Yeah. It's life shit. Yeah. It's life shit. It's bump the fuck out. For real. See, to live is to suffer. And to survive, well, that's to find meaning in the suffering.
Yo, I'm slip and falling. I can't get up. Yo, I'm slip and falling. I can't get up. Yo, I'm slip and falling. I got to get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. Yo, I'm slip and falling. I can't get up. Yo, I'm slip and falling. I can't get up. Yo, I'm slip and falling. I got to get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up.
I've been through mad different phases, like mazes, to find my way. And now I know that happy days are not far away. If I'm strong enough, I'll live long enough to see my kids doing something more constructive with their time than biz. I know because I've been there, now I'm in there. Sit back and look at what it took for me to get there. First came the bullshit, the drama with my mama. She got on some fly shit, so I split and said that I'ma be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with mad greed, a heart that doesn't bleed. I'm ready for the world, or at least I thought I was. Bagging niggas when I caught a buzz. I'm thinking about how short I was. Going too fast, it wouldn't last, but yo, I couldn't tell. Loopholes and institutions, prepare my ass for jail. They put me in a situation forcing me to be a man when I was just learning to stand without a helping hand. Damn, was it my fault? Something I did to make a father leave his first kid at 7 doing my first bid. Back on the scene at 14 with a scheme to get more green than I'd ever seen in a dream. And by all means, I will be living high off the hog. And I never gave a fuck about much but my dog. That's the only motherfucker I'd hit off in my last. Just another little nigga headed nowhere fast.
Yo, I'm slipping and falling. Can't get up. Yo, I'm slipping and falling. Can't get up. Yo, I'm slipping and falling. Gotta get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. Yo, I'm slipping and falling. I can't get up. Yo, I'm slipping and falling. Can't get up. Yo, I'm slipping and falling. Gotta get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up.
That ain't the hell. Shit gets rough as I get old. Actions become
See, little
old.
shit like
Heart
that
got cold. Chip on my
lets
shoulder.
me
And I damn
further
nigga
know
did
what it is you really do.
Every motherfucking time, right? Every motherfucking time, right? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm your host with the motherfucking most. Chill, motherfucking Murray. You are now tuning in live from the spot. Shout out to everybody tuning in, not tuning in. You know how we doing, how we rock. Alright. We bike. I am trying to be consistent as possible. Trying to be as consistent as possible. I'm going to be doing a day-to-day vlog too. I'm mad to myself that I've only caught one day so far, and I forgot to vlog again today. So forgive me. But I am also trying to be more photogenic, as y'all see. So I'm trying to make myself a brand. I'm supposed to be a brand. Shout out to my homie DJ Big Gang. I'm supposed to be a brand. I mean, shout out to Fury B, the homie, Glenn Sutton up in here. Straight from DC. What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? He was watching the Kendrick versus Papoose versus, and the guy didn't even know Kendrick's work like that, and he still won. See what I'm saying? That's the thing about Kendrick. That is the thing about Kendrick, right? See, that was how I was able to get my bag with the verses with Wayne. Okay? The reason I was able to get my bag with the versus Wayne, because nobody really knew Kendrick's records like that. Nobody knew Kendrick's records, so I was pulling shit out. I was pulling rapids out the hat damn near. Because my whole thing was, I was like, alright, y'all go first. I'll go second. I will react to what you play. So, what I would do is play a record that tried to blend in with what y'all were doing. And at one point, of course, I got a little bit beside myself and said, fuck it, I want to annihilate Wayne. But the reason why it was happening was because majority of those records nobody knew. Fresh, what's going on? Majority of those records nobody knew. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. For real. I try. I didn't, like I said, I'm trying to at least, you know what I'm saying, express that vibe. I'm trying to express that vibe a little bit more and show myself a little bit more. I'm an introvert, so it's hard being an extrovert sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Having to do extrovert things, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's easy for that to happen when you don't know Kendrick's records. Kendrick is one of those mystique artists. So you forget from time to time because he's not in your face all the time. So you forget that he has certain records. Like when I played Rigor Mortis and you was like, oh, I remember that now. And when I played Rigor Mortis Against was 6'7". That's a hit record by Wayne. Rigor Mortis is not a hit record. Rigor Mortis is a cult classic record and the underground mixtapes. The underground knows how deadly that record is, but the mainstream don't know about that record. But when the mainstream hears Rigor Mortis, they're like, holy shit, this nigga can rap. And like I said, Kendrick's has always been that way. He's just always been that way. The thing is, he doesn't need to have the Billboard hits when he can thrive off culture classic records that he has among his fan base. Because he has a wide enough fan base that people just don't know about. For example, he has Taylor Swift fans, like we talked about last night. He has Taylor Swift fans, so if there was to be a Bad Blood record performed, they know him. Yeah, see, he playing around. Rigor Mortis ain't make the verses. He probably played all his recent shit. He probably played the last 2 albums of Kendrick, and that was it. He probably played GNX, maybe Pimp a Butterfly, and what was his last one? Damn. He probably played Damn, GNX, and Pimp a Butterfly. He don't know nothing about Kendrick's raw shit like that. Like I said, if you play this, if you don't play ADHD in the mix, you don't know what you're doing. Well, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was. It's certain records that you got to know to play from Kendrick, though. Like, you got to play DNA at the right time. You got to play Rich Spirit at the right time. You see, Swimming Pools is one of those, okay, it's obvious, but at the time I played it, you were like, oh, it was about that time because it matched what Wayne was doing. Yes, Taylor is good. See, the thing is, Taylor's already going to be there. She's already going to be there for Travis Kelce. So, I'm hoping she does. I'm truly hoping that she does. Because that would be real cool. That would be real cool. I'm about to, oh, I have some food on the way, too. My fat ass has some food on the way. I'm not going to lie. I got hungry last second trying to put the pod together. I told myself I wasn't going to eat the rest of the day. I'm supposed to be on a fucking fast food diet, and I'm still eating. Like, I'm going to eat a little bit of what I have right now, but only because, like I said, just to feed my appetite, you know what I'm saying? While the video is on, of course, not while I'm just sitting in your face. I'm not going to be doing that. No, I'm not going to do that. Oh, the joints that were big radio hits? Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's cult classics that people just don't know about with him. It's cult classics people don't know about with him. Taylor should drop her own verse on Not Like Us. That would be fucking hilarious, yo. I would be rolling in my chair, yo. Antonov comes through. I'm not familiar with who that is, though. I'm not familiar with who that is. I would like to see Doshi up there with him. I would like to see if Doshi gets up there with him. Because that's great exposure for Doshi. That's what I would like to see up there, Doshi. That would be great exposure for her. Because Doshi got Rap Album of the Year. She got, not female rap album of the year, she got Rap Album of the Year. Hands down. Hands down. But while we're on the subject of TDE, I guess we can get into this lawsuit, right? We might as well start there. We might as well start there. Because I was surprised when I woke up to this, but then I was like, Timing. Timing. Because Kendrick Lamar left the label. Well, let's get to it first. So, what has the internet buzzing right now is Top Dog has a lawsuit, though TDE has a lawsuit against him right now involving Top Dog and his two sons. I have no idea where this necessarily even came from, but I'm not necessarily surprised only because SZA just left the label. I know people keep saying, this is the thing that irked me too. People kept saying, oh, SZA's not going to perform at Super Bowl with Kendrick now. Kendrick might not be. Listen, number one, Kendrick is on PG Lang, his own thing. That's the first thing. PG Lang is his own thing. He's on his own label. Second thing, SZA denounced TDE and Punch from being her manager about 2 or 3 weeks ago now. I don't think she's on TDE anymore. I seriously doubt she is on TDE anymore at all. And I think she knew this was coming. Because let's be honest here, right? Majority of the artists that are left on TDE either are graveyard artists or don't give a fuck anymore. And that's not to shade any of the artists on TDE. The only artist that does give a fuck on TDE is an up and coming artist like Doechii. Let me explain this. Reason, for example. Some of y'all don't even know who Reason is. Reason, for example, the only reason he even had some type of hype last year was because he had actual, and not hype for his album, but he had actual label problems with Punch and Top Dog as far as how his album was being promoted and released. He was very upset about it because he had released mixtape after mixtape and mixtape after mixtape, and he never really got a proper promotion for any of them, plus a debut album. Now, that's nothing to do with Top Dog and Punch. That is on Reason. Because Reason couldn't create his own buzz. Reason just didn't have enough oomph to him. That's what I'm saying. You only heard his name, but Reason wasn't necessarily nothing to be excited about because he didn't say anything exciting. That was the problem. Yes, he lived a street life. He was a real street dude that lived a real street life, but he didn't know how to sell it. That was his main problem. He didn't know how to actually sell himself as a brand, as an artist. That was his problem. He didn't know how to put anything together like that. He knew how to shoot videos and make music and whatnot and just make project after project and song after song, but anybody can rap. That's the thing, anybody can rap. The problem is when you can't sell yourself. You don't think SZA left because she knew the suits were coming? Princess Cherie, what's going on? I think she left because the suits were coming. I think she left because she knew the suits were coming. I think she already caught wind of this. I think she already knew what was going on. Hell, for all we know, it could have went on with her. Because me hearing this now makes me want to really go down the rabbit hole of, did y'all kill off Ab-Soul girlfriend? Now I'm really questioning. Exactly. Papoose is not. Papoose is a real. That's the thing. Some street niggas, real street niggas, a lot of real street niggas, if you notice, can't make actual records. They can't make Billboard records. to save their life. They just can't. Not their fault. Some of them just don't have the, I guess, writers behind them. That's the problem. Give me 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Yeah, so when you don't have certain backing behind you as far as how to, someone sitting in the studio with you saying, yo, you should say it like this or you should say it like that, or you don't have certain influences around you to executive produce you, yeah, you're going to sound dry. But then you get something like Ab Soul, you get special ones like Schoolboy Q, you get special artists that don't need that. They just know how to do it themselves. But Ab Soul pisses me off because I can't get my damn long-term 4 from him. And for those that don't know what I'm talking about, long-term 4 was supposed to be his When I Get Rich album, and he never made it. I guess we're just never going to get long-term 4. But anyway, like I said, it's one of those things where TDE never really relied on promoting artists or over pushing artists in your face. Isaiah Rashad was about to blow up. Isaiah Rashad would have blew up had we not seen him taking dick in the camera. Had we not seen him blowing somebody off, like on camera, had we not seen that, and that was that. I thought the Meek Mill audio was disturbing. I was upset that I even scrolled past it. I was highly upset that I scrolled past it because I was fucking with Isaiah Rashad until I saw that. And that's not to say I don't fuck with, I'm saying gay people. It's the fact that, or bisexual people. It's not the fact that I don't fuck with gay people or bisexual people. It's the fact that he was hiding it. That's what bothered me. I'm like, you're hiding it and masking it in the records, saying that you don't go this way, or you're only talking about chicks, but you're not even mentioning the other thing that you do. It was like, no. So I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Ab seemed like he's been through hell up the, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like more than most artists. Armand is arriving with your, what? I was about to say, is my driver name Armand? That's funny as hell. I had to look for myself. You caught me with that one, Prince Cherie. Lulu, what's going on? Yeah, Schoolboy Q, Jay Porter, what's going on? Schoolboy Q was highly slept on, but Schoolboy Q, again, like, that's why the analogy of the artists that are hungry and the artists that don't give a fuck. Schoolboy don't give a fuck about that no more. He don't. Because the whole thing was, once Kendrick got big, they all just said, yo, we made it. They said, nigga, we made it. No, Kendrick made it. The rest of y'all gotta figure it out. And PG Lang was born. The rest of y'all gotta figure it out. There's no big TDE tour with just, and see, that's the thing. All the TDE tours was just Kendrick. People just wanted to see Kendrick. Yeah, you want to see Schoolboy Q. Schoolboy Q is, of course, the intro act to Kendrick. That became the problem. So it's either does Kendrick stay, or does Kendrick just go on his own as he already has been already? he had to go. So, again, all right. So let's get into this lawsuit here, because apparently there's some wickedness going on. Yeah, I fuck with Armand. Listen, let me tell you something, right? If you have a bodega, in the hood, Armand, Ahmed, they gonna hook you up. The Wands, Carlos, they gonna hook you up. Most Joes, you know what I'm saying? But Armand is definitely going to hook you up with the chopped cheese in the spot. Armand gonna look out. Armand gonna look out on the food stamps, you know what I'm saying? If you slide him a good 20. Let me get change back on the food stamps. Slide him a good $20. You get some money back. You be alright. You never know. I used to do that all the time on my food stamps. Cause I didn't really care for, just getting a steak and cheese and that be it. You know what I'm saying? I was young with my food stamp card. Getting $500. Man, go in there. Papi, take 20, I need 40 back. Okay. Papi, take 40, I need 100 back. Okay. I used to do it like that. Take 40, I need 100 back. Okay. Because he wasn't supposed to do that. He wasn't supposed to change anything with the food stamp card. But he knew how to do it. So he would pretty much charge my food stamp card and give me $100, but he would take 40 for himself. Like, hey, you ain't supposed to be doing this. Give me my $60. You take your 40. I'm in Connecticut. I'm on do shit, but charge me too much rent. Hey, that's CT, brother. That's CT. So yeah, it's a different upstate. Upstate is different, man. Upstate is even more expensive than NYC. I am done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Bud on the food, Bud on the stamps is crazy. That's probably the wickedest thing. It's February 2nd, sir. That's probably the wickedest thing I done heard all year. Bud on the stamps. It is Black History Month, sir. Bud on the stamps. Damn it, it's man, that's wild. That's a wild one right there. Bud on the stamps. That's a song right there. Bud on the stamps. Getting Bud on the stamps. Bud on the stamps. Getting Bud on the stamps. That's a damn. Oh my God, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. All right, let me get to this lawsuit. Orange Davis Law. So this is the actual attorney at law that it's from. Apparently these two ladies filed this lawsuit here against him and his sons. Let's just say the label and his son. So it says Orange Davis Law and Brandon Banks Law filed lawsuit against Top Dog Entertainment for sexual harassment and assault. So like I said, this is from the actual attorney at law's office here. It says Los Angeles, California, 2 women have filed a lawsuit against Top Dog Entertainment and several of its executives and employees alleging sexual harassment, assault, and breach of contract. TDE is an independent record label recognized for its contributions to the music industry, including its role in launching the career of Grammy-winning artists Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I don't know why they had to say that. They're not the only 2 artists on the label. But anyway. The lawsuit alleges a pervasive culture of sexual harassment within TDE, implicating some of its highest-ranking executives. Plaintiff Jane Doe, who worked for TDE starting in 2019, alleges Chief Marketing Officer Brandon Tiffett approached with unwanted sexual advances and sexually battered her, and that her president, Anthony Tiffett Jr., engaged in a pattern of ongoing sexual harassment. The complaint also alleges that TDE failed to honor a contract between its president and Ms. Doe to pay her for her professional services. I don't know why it's a Jane Doe. Why she just don't reveal her name. Plaintiff Jane Roe or Jane Doe, I guess. A second survivor, okay, so it's Jane Doe and Jane Roe. A second survivor alleges she endured multiple instances of sexual harassment and assault by TDE employees while on TDE property and under their control. Among these allegations is an incident in which she was coerced into consuming alcohol while underage for the purpose of sexual exploitation. Okay. So so now it's a Top Dog got a weird case why is he around situation going on over there. Coercing a minor to drink underage for the purpose of sexual exploitation. If so, that sounds like someone was either being coerced to do something, a little strange for some change or benefit, I should say, on some Diddy shit, or they were being coerced to do something in a video and they didn't necessarily want to do it, or even sexual exploitation, right? Making a certain type of record that they didn't necessarily want to make. Like I said, this is one of those things where it would be very tricky in court, but if they're able to prove these things, it's going to be very bad for Top Dog. So despite being made aware of these, what does it say? Oh, made of these incidents, TDE's leadership allegedly turned a blind eye of the misconduct, perpetuating the unsafe and hostile environment. This lawsuit presents a glaring example of the systematic abuse and exploitation in the entertainment industry, said attorney Shanok S. DeRob of Arns Davis Law. So he's the one that actually wrote this. That's the funny part. See? So, see his name right there? he's the one that actually wrote this. That's the crazy part. The attorney wrote this actual article. So, our clients trusted TDE to act with integrity and professionalism. Instead, their trust was betrayed in profoundly damaging ways. They're bringing this lawsuit because they refuse to be silenced and because they intend to hold TDE accountable in court. The plaintiffs are seeking damages for emotional distress, economic harm, and violations of the rights under California law, as well as punitive damages for TDE's ratification of the sexual misconduct of its officers. So, if these things are true, right? I don't know about y'all. I don't know about y'all. But this is really kind of funny to me, considering this is about, I don't know, exactly now 7 days from the Super Bowl. I find this to be very ironic. I don't know about y'all, but this is very ironic for this lawsuit to pop up 7 days before the damn Super Bowl. For this to happen 7 days before the damn Super Bowl, I'm starting to ask myself, does Champagne Papi have something to do with this? Did this actually happen? Because this sounds all weird, but at the same time, I'm hearing the whole underage drinking thing. Like it's little petty harmless things that's in this lawsuit. They were drinking underage for the so-called for sexual exploitation, for the purpose of sexual exploitation, I should say, right? Now, you can definitely see where there's grooming, of course, right? I'm not trying to play devil's advocate at all for Top Dog. What I'm saying is, we already know about how the industry grooms artists. That's one thing. So, I'm never devil's advocating for something that potentially could already be happening, or should I say, could potentially have happened before with other artists, a la SZA, maybe. Because like I said, SZA probably knew about this lawsuit coming and got the hell out of Dodge because she herself has experienced it. Who's to say SZA herself did not experience these same exact things that these women are talking about here? Hell, how we know SZA isn't one of the chains? That's going to be the surprising part. It does. Very. That's weird. That's what I said when SZA, like I said, I put two and two together. I'm like, SZA just left this label like 2 weeks ago. Literally, she just announced out of the blue, out of the fucking blue, Top Dog is no longer managing me. So how do you fire your manager and your label the same weekend your album comes out? I was highly confused by that. I still am. Because now I haven't really heard shit from her album. Again, that's weird. Cream B hit the nail on the noggin with that. Very sounds suspicious. That sounds suspicious. Now all of a sudden I don't hear nothing about SZA. Because you just up and ran right before this lawsuit happened. Because like I said, now I'm wondering, are you one of these Janes? Or do you know one of these Janes? That's the bigger question I'm asking. Do you know one of these Janes? Like I said, you fired your label the same weekend your album came out. What fucking artist ever has done that? I've never heard of it. You fired your manager and label the weekend your album came out. No, she gone. She left TD. She leaving TD. She's leaving. She's leaving. And see, what makes it more evident that she's leaving is her doing interviews with Kendrick. The more I see her doing other things outside of TDE and doing things like doing interviews for Kendrick, tells me a lot. Yeah, right now she's TDE's LeBron James, but there's a free agency. Like I said, for you to fire your manager the weekend your album came out told me a lot. That told me a lot. This is your home label. That yeah, y'all make mistakes, y'all get angry at each other, this, that, and the third, but you pretty much put a nail in your own coffin on your album. Like, fuck it, I don't want to promote this shit no way. That's pretty much what I got from that. You didn't want to promote the damn album no way. You wanted this shit to flop on purpose. That's what I'm getting from this. Am I wrong for saying that? That SZA looked like she wanted to make this album tank on purpose? Maybe this was her last studio contract album, or should I say last studio album in the contract? So fuck it up on purpose? I can see the play. I can see the play. Yeah, he trolled with that. He tried to troll with that, but I don't think so. She wouldn't be in the press saying it's time for people to part ways and whatnot. She wouldn't be doing whole press releases on that, if that was the case. She didn't do whole press releases on it's time for people to part ways last time she trolled with that idea. That part, Prince Cherie. That part right there. That part right there. And that's why it seems, that's why this whole beef seems a little bit fishy to me. Now, this whole thing sounds so fishy to me. Because the more I look at Kendrick, the more I question myself. The more I question why all of a sudden did they pick you to do this now? For real, for real. Why did they pick you to be where Drake is right now? Why did they really do that? Why did they pick the conscious rapper to be the superstar right now? You see what I'm saying? They don't just do that out the blue. This wasn't. I'm wondering now, was there a bigger play, an even bigger play, than getting rid of Drake and devaluing him? I'm wondering, was there a bigger play with this? You see what I'm saying? Like, why all of a sudden would you blow Kendrick up this big, this quick? Like, he was already an international superstar, but for you to just blow him up like this off the beef, put him at the Super Bowl and worldwide tours, or what? Something is up. Something is up. Why would you raise Kendrick's value so high? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at now? Exactly. I question the same thing. Like, how all of a sudden you are in these type of rooms, Kendrick? Like, what is really going on right now? Him and SZA. Him and SZA. Because we know, like, when I showed y'all her album cover with her with the alien uniform on, clear reference of you were in the school of Scientology. That's a clear reference to show that SZA is in Scientology. Clear as day. So when I see things like that, I already know that you're on a different side of the fence. But now I'm asking myself, is Kendrick? Has Kendrick hopped the fence? I've been asking myself since GNX came out, has Kendrick hopped that fence? We will see. We will very much see. Come the Super Bowl, and I think come, how about June? I want to say let's give it till about the summertime. Because there's supposed to be a bigger album that Kendrick is releasing. So let's see if that bigger album #1 happens. Let's see if the Toronto show happens, and let's see if the Super Bowl happens. I want to see if those 3 things from Kendrick happen this year. I don't see one of them, if you get what I'm saying. I see something happening at one of these 3 big things that are going to happen with Kendrick. Man 90, what's going on? Well, what's with 616 in LA? If he hadn't happened he'd be as popular as Schoolboy Q and Ab-Soul. Yeah, pretty much. If he didn't blow up. But he had to, yeah, of course he had to branch out. I get what you're saying. He had to branch out, most definitely. I'm definitely with you on that. If he didn't branch out, he'd be where they were. I think like I said, what I'm getting at is how different he looks, though. Kendrick looks very different. And I can't just say, oh, that's just the money. Or that's just the Malaysian, what you call it, Malaysian press in the hair and whatnot, whatever you call it. I can't call it that. There's something different about him right now, and I can't put my finger on it. There's something very different about Kendrick right now. So we're gonna see what's going on with this Super Bowl. I'm intrigued. I for one am intrigued. I really want to see what's going to happen with this Super Bowl performance. Because all they did was post pictures of him and of Top Dog and Dave Free looking at the performance from a stage and whatnot, from a balcony and shit. Of Who Talks to God where they run Kendrick. What Kendrick said he talks to God while he running. Is that what he said? When did he say it? I'm looking at it, but I don't see where exactly. I just see his morning routine he has to run. Oh, okay. Is this it right here? Kendrick Lamar says daily conversations with God keeps him grounded. In conversation with former Top Dog Entertainment, TDE labels made SZA for her. Oh no, we talked about this. We did talk about this already. This is from the Bizarre interview. Yeah, we did talk about this already. I do remember that. We did go over that whole interview in the pod. We read that word for word. We read that word for word right here. But while we are on the subject of tours and ticket sales and whatnot, The Ville has dropped an interesting video in regarding Drake's tour sales. So even if this was, even if I did smell champagne poppy with this one, even if I did smell champagne poppy with this situation as far as, this lawsuit happening a week beforehand, it's funny that whenever Drake tries something, even if he does, karma come quick around the bend for his ass. It come very quick around the bend.
What's going on, y'all? Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the cash apps at the top right corner of the video. But let's get into it, man, because we got to talk about these Australia tickets real quick. So it looks like there's a little bit of trouble in Australia for the boy. It looks like Drake is having issues selling the tickets that he had set out to, perform in Australia with.
T. It's shit like this that already makes me mad. Remember the song Family Ties said that he listened to Metatron and Gabriel? Yes, the Archangels. Listening to the Archangels. It's crazy because he would make a song that this what God feel like. This what God feel like. So that's my shit too. This what God feel like. He's beginning to only be able to relate to people who embrace their flaws, like the gangs and street dudes, and people who keep it real only. Yes, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree with that. Just spirit-wise, he looks different. Looks very different to me. That's really what I'm getting at there. Drake, buy tickets. Yeah, Ticketmaster. Look at this shit. Look at this, bro. We're gonna go to the actual Ticketmaster real quick. Look at this shit. It's the same website, but look at this. Look at this. Bro, first of all, if you can't sell tickets, right? So he still got tickets on sale. Now, mind you, we're talking about Drake here. Still has tickets on sale. Has not sold out whatsoever. Still has tickets available for all these dates. Maybe this is why. What is this, Drake? Seriously, Drake, what is this? What is this? Why do you have this logo, sir? Why do you have this logo, sir? I need a Max Queen. This is Anita, y'all. Right, I need to sell tickets. Exactly right, I need to sell tickets. I need the Max Queen. This is Anita, y'all. This is who he calls Anita. You know what pisses me off more and more about him? For a nigga that's supposed to be so smart at rapping, and supposed to be so intelligent in doing business, he has a terrible job of reading the fucking room, doesn't he? That does make sense. That does make sense, because he did say on GNX that he was pretty much embodying. So you have the God and the devil, build and destroy. He's choosing to embrace the destroy side. Okay, that would make a lot of sense, man. 90. I like how you pointed that out. That's a great point. He's in destroy mode. He's in reset destroy mode. I definitely get that. That's a great point right there. This is what I don't like, though. This whole Anita thing. When you have a song like Not Like Us that is still booming in the streets, apparently. You thought it was gone. It ain't gone. You still have people referencing the actual hashtag Not Like Us. So you still, Drake, understand this. Not Like Us is a kids bop. They have a kids bop version to Not Like Us. A kids bop. They have a Disney K-pop version of Not Like Us. Understand that. There are little 5 and 6 year olds that know the lyrics to Not Like Us. Remember that. So with that being said, you have the international market knowing that you're a pedophile. Allegedly. So, no doubt, no doubt. Thank you, thank you. When you have Anita up here with pink t-shirt on and looking like a little girl, and there's a record out about you called Not Like Us, about you liking little girls. Drake, are you not reading the room, sir? Are you blind? Are you deaf? Stupid? Or fucking dumb? Why do you have a little girl mascot on your ticket sale on Ticketmaster? What is wrong with you? There's a whole song out, a whole anthem, not just song. There's an international anthem out about you being a pedophile. Why on earth do you have a little girl on Ticketmaster? I need the Max Ween. You need to take your ass to jail. That's what this is giving. You need to take your ass to jail. What is happening? Has it not registered yet? Has it not registered yet? That yes, there are many people, and I mean many. There are many people, Drake, that yes, think you are a fucking pedophile. I don't know if you realize that yet. But yes, there are many people, Drake, that think you like little girls. I don't know if you realize that. But gee, Read the room. Anita need to go. Anita, I need you to get this the fuck out of here. That's what I need you to do. Get this the fuck out of here. This don't need to be up here on no goddamn Ticketmaster. While the world thinks you're a pedophile. This is wrong. This is stupid. This is absolutely dumb. What in your right mind thought it was okay to have a little girl mascot on Ticketmaster while the entire world is screaming you are a pedophile? Has it not registered your brain yet? I need the max win. I need you to get some sense. I need you to grow a brain like the Scarecrow. I need you to go get you a brain from the Oz, man, because it ain't working up there. Something ain't right. One of the bulbs done blew. One of them bulbs done blew up there. You doing this. I don't understand it, Drake.
If you know, he made a concert for several dates in Australia, and it looks like they're not really doing well from the looks of it from Ticketmaster and the things that they have notified the people that are attending the concert or the people that are interested in buying tickets. It says here that Drake had to push back 2 of his shows in New Zealand by 2.5 weeks in hopes that he could get his sales up. He only sold out 1 section out of 34. The arena only holds 12,000 people. Looks like he's already having a tough time selling a 12,000 people venue over there in New Zealand. Let me see here. It says, hello, we have been notified that due to scheduling conflicts, Drake, the Anita Max Win Tour date originally scheduled for Saturday, March 1st, 2025, has been rescheduled to Sunday, 16, March 2025. Your current ticket will remain valid for the new date. So it looks like they just had pushed it back. The hip-hop superstar was originally set to play Auckland on February 28th and March 1st at the Spark Arena, which is the 12,000 people venue. But now he'll hit the stage on March 15th and 16th. The new dates are up on Ticketmaster, with ticket holders being notified today about the change due to scheduling conflicts. I don't think there's any conflicts in the scheduling. There has never been an issue with the tour dates until now that they go up for sale. We're starting to see that there's some scheduling conflicts. I think there's no issue with the conflict, in my opinion, with the scheduling. I think it's just because nobody was buying them as fast as they anticipated they would. Them not buying them fast made them push the dates back. It's clear as day that they weren't selling properly, so they had to do something. And this is something that every artist does if they have issues selling. But the fact that it's Drake, the number one artist in the world, going to New Zealand and he was unable to sell there, where out of all the rappers that anybody should know around the world, it should be Drake, right? If he's considered the biggest, he shouldn't have these issues, is the argument that people are trying to say here. You could see here the venue was fully open, fully available. Only 1 section is sold off, which is weird. Only 1 section is actually sold off here. I find that pretty strange. I don't know. It says here that the Spark Arena, like I said, holds 12,000. That's the max capacity. It looks like they're using the whole venue. It's not like they're only using half. But what's interesting about this too, what happened after this, was that Drake had took to Instagram to share like his time over there in Australia. He had shared a time there in Australia where he looks like to be doing karaoke. And I feel like Drake is doing karaoke in the super small venue. You could see he's only 1 person could fit in this little venue right here. And he's out here in Australia doing karaoke. Why? To check the temperature, to check if people are still rocking with the boy. He wants to feel the crowd. He wants to know, well, damn, are people really rocking with me like that? So what does he do? He goes out in public and performs his songs in karaoke at a random small bar to see if the people are still rocking with him. Now, obviously, people are going to enjoy a free show if you're Drake and there's just random people at a bar and they see you perform. obviously it's going to form a crowd, but it's not like they're paying anything to see him here. At least I don't think so from what I've seen online. And he posts several videos like this. You know, he posted like 4 or 3 videos of him performing in this small venue. And it just, to me, in my opinion, with everything that's being discussed when it comes to his ticket sales and things like that, I think that he's just really doing this just to check the temperature. Checking the temperature in Australia is crazy, but yeah, looks like he just wants to see if he's still the guy. So what better way to do it than to go into a random location and just karaoke your songs, sing your songs, and see if people are feeling it. But when it comes to selling,
Nah. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. What had happened was, what's going on? That's the thing. If you got to resort to sitting your ass in a karaoke bar in Australia, trying to feel out the crowd out there, you are no longer him. That's one thing. You no longer him. Second thing is, you are accessible now. You become accessible now. You are, them superpowers getting weaker. I can only stand silent. Been saying that since Euphoria came out. You just been getting, the kryptonite just done hit your ass all the way. He done did you bad, man. He done did you bad. You out here can't sit. Look at this shit. Look at what he was talking about, bro. This whole shit is open. This whole shit is open. When you go to select the tickets, look at shit. This whole motherfucker is open. That's what he was talking about. So this is the first part. This is the first night. This is the only thing that is not available. Everything else, nobody has bought a single ticket to the first show. Even though it's 2 nights, it's the fact that no one's going to this shit. Ain't nobody going to his shit. Not when you got the slap in your face sitting right in front of you, dog. And another thing is, you going on tour, and the Party album just got pushed back, or is not coming out.
At a venue, it's a lot different than performing at a spot publicly for free, you know. But I think this was his way just to feel the crowd, see if they're still rocking with him, checking the temperature, all that, right? But we'll see what happens when the dates come. We'll see. They pushed it back 2 weeks from now, so we'll see how it's doing in 2 weeks, and we'll keep you updated. I know this tour is very strange. The last time he was in Australia was when he was chilling with Millie Bobby Brown, but that's besides the point. I think him not being in Australia for a long time is also going to affect the sales. But did the beef really affect how he could sell tickets? Did the beef with Kendrick Lamar affect the way that Drake could sell tickets?
Yes.
For a venue? Y'all can tell me in the comments.
Absolutely. Absolutely he did. It's all in his bones. I'm sitting up there in the chair. He's done. He's done. He's absolutely done. They gave him the Wolverine treatment only. Instead of adamantium, they gave him kryptonite. Drake is out of here, man. At least for now, for sure. That's what I say, how quick karma come right around the bend. So even if you did do this lawsuit with, or had something to do with paying for this lawsuit, karma was right around the corner waiting on your ass. Just leaning on the corner like the Pink Panther and shit. What's up? What you doing? Putting voodoo on niggas and shit? Alright, I got you. Come on this way, sir. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Done, Mr. Drake. Done. Alright, so let's get into some funny shit real quick. Before we get into sad shit. Let's get into some funny shit real quick. I have, alright, so this there's a couple channels that do this, but I have this one channel, right, that literally catches scammers in the act. This dude pretty much had got scammed by this place, and he decided to take revenge on it. Well, should I say, he was about to get scammed on him, pretty much caught them in the act and said, alright, I'm about to get my revenge my way. But the way he gets revenge is probably the funniest shit that I've ever seen in my life.
This is live footage of scammers fully panicking. Let's give these scammers a phone call and record their live reactions to a hacker revealing their true identities. Yeah,
My name is
Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So, Sanjeev, why are you scamming people, Sanjeev?
You are Sanjeev. You are Sanjeev. और आपका नाम लिख रहा था राजा। राजा।
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you how I found these scammers. I was doing my usual look around for scammer phone numbers when I came across a list of websites that looked very scammy to say the least. The website looks fairly tame and legit on the surface, but in reality, it's all a scheme to get you to pay for useless drivers or security. But who are the people coming across a fake website that's offering Alexa support? Well, someone who just purchased themselves a brand new Amazon Alexa device, and when they tried to set it up, the instructions informed them to download the Alexa app. So they go on Google and search something up like download Alexa app, but instead of coming across the Google Play Store or the App Store, they get those fake sponsored scam links that I showed you previously. Now on the website, the victim is given multiple options of download. I'm using Windows, so I go ahead and initiate the download for Windows. And I get this fake looking progress bar, and after it loads, it gives me the exact same error message every single time. Reading network error, we couldn't complete your download, please chat with us for more info. And under that, a little option to join the chat. At this point, I know exactly where this is going. As soon as I join the support chat, the scammers will ask me for my name and phone number for a callback to my cell phone. Once they have me on the phone, they will convince me that I need to install remote access software for them to fix the issue. And I do the one thing that you are never supposed to do. I let them remotely gain access to my computer, but while they attempt to connect to me, I am actually connecting back to them, reversing the access onto their computer. What is that?
Let me just show you.
I don't know
Let
what
me
the
just
IP
show you.
is.
That's goat
Look
shit.
over here. Do you see that here?
That's goat shit right there. Bruh said, you hacking me? So while you hacking me, I'ma hack your ass right on back. Goat shit.
What is that?
These are the people who are connected with your computer, sir.
They're connected with my
Right now.
computer right now? Right now, the scammer is connected to my computer, but I've actually connected right back to hers, and I'm watching her computer screen as she attempts to run the scam.
With your devices, yes. And in order to do that, sir, in order to install the device, the drivers, and to make sure that they work fine on your computer and there'll be no trouble in the future, how long you want the driver? So you want it for the 2 years, you want it for the 3, 5, 10.
Now, while the so-called issues on the computer are actually completely normal, and everything the scammer has told me up to this point has been a lie, he will now try to pitch me one of their bogus support plans. Oh, okay, and what's it called? Okay, so I see the price here. It says $299 for 2 years. And then I see $390.
For the protection of your phone.
Yeah.
Yes, for that, it is the protection on your devices as well. For example, if in the future somebody gets connected with your computer or your IP address and they try to do anything bad activity on the devices of yours, they won't be able to connect with you. So
Okay, wonderful. So that's all. All I have to do is pay for the security and all those problems.
You know what's hilarious about what she just said? The fact that she literally made an example about herself. How did the scammer... What's crazy is how do people fall for these type of dumb shits? How are they even in business? In case somebody tries to, connect to your computer next time, and do some funny business on it, they won't be able to connect to you. Bitch, what are you doing there? I'm just saying, what were you here doing there? What are you here doing? What? I'm paying $300 for somebody to not be able to do what you still gonna be able to do after we done, and I'm paying my $300? Huh? How do people fall for this dumb shit? You know what crazy is? You know example, right? Remember when I told y'all I used to work for First Allied Funding? The car warranty place. So First Allied Funding, right? if I didn't tell you this story. First Allied Funding used to sell car warranties. Notice I say used to sell. They used to sell car warranties for cars that went as far as back as 1985, I want to say, right? I want to say about 2 years into me working on the job, it made the news that car warranty places, like First Allied Funding, were soliciting people and scamming them with car warranties that didn't exist. So Good Morning America, CNBC. All I know is about a week and a half after that news, people started leaving, and I was laid off. It was my first time I got laid off. And it was a bunch of mob bosses that worked there, I want to say. It was a mafia guy that worked there. Because you had Frank, had Joey Melez. You get what I'm saying when I say these names, right? And then it was a Mike Masalis. All mafia guys. All mafia guys. Crazy thing is, Mike told this weird story one time about how he was literally in the middle of an orgy and he had the options of blowing a guy or not. Which option do you think he took? Mind you, Mike owned he owned the luxury size 550 Mercedes-Benz at the time. Which option do you think Mike took in that orgy, huh? I'm just saying. But anyway, Mike was also the funder of this car warranty business, right? Let's just say I was very nosy at this time because I had already started doing my research on certain things with Freemasonry and whatnot. So I kind of knew a thing or two when Mike was telling that story and everybody bust out laughing about him being in the middle of that orgy and having the option of blowing the guy or not. I was probably the only one in that room that knew Mike was dead serious and wasn't telling a joke. This wasn't just a random story in his head. This really happened. So, anyway, lo and behold, car warranty place, of course, was a scam. And like I said, I was out of a job. About a year and a half, I want to say. Not about 2 years. About 2 years I was on that unemployment. But New York City unemployment back then, I'm saying about 2010, you was pretty good. You made out pretty good.
Will stop?
Yes.
But there was not a single problem in the first place with this fake virtual computer that I created 10 minutes ago. And honestly, I wasted enough of this scammer's time, so I decided to confront her about the scam.
Yes, sir. Do you want this driver? Do you want this security, or you don't want this, sir?
I don't know. Some of those services were supposed to be running. Some of them are supposed to be stopped. Some of them are supposed to be running. And you're telling me there's something wrong with my computer. I'm starting to think that you're a scammer. Are you a scammer?
Why would I have a scammer?
It sounds like you're a scammer. Why are you disconnecting from my computer, you fake scammer?
That's what you think, sir.
But that's the truth. You know you're a scammer, right? You're lying.
That's not the truth.
All right, so where are you located
No.
right now? Where are you located right now? So while that was happening, I was silently taking a look into this scammer's network, and that was actually when I found the set of CCTV security cameras, guessed the password, and could see everything that was going on inside of this massive scam call center. These cameras gave me an insight into the day-to-day lives of these scammers and gave me a good sense of what the call center looked like.
Bruh. My man pulled a Grand Theft Auto 5. What's my man name? What's my man Grand Theft Auto 5 name? Lester. He pulled a Lester. Man's got the CCTV footage of the whole call center. If this ain't trolling 101, I don't know what is.
And what the layout of the building was. The first thing I wanted to do was make a mini map of the call center. In total, they had 12 camera views, and by doing a simple head count, I could see that there were around 15 to 20 agents usually on the floor at once. I spotted them many times eating and socializing, just like in any normal job.
Hey, tan, tan, Arey,
Now, while I gained access to only one machine in this call center and just breached their CCTV security cameras, I didn't know how I was going to further advance my investigation in proving that these people are guaranteed scammers. I had access to their cameras, but they didn't have a feature that allowed me to listen into the audio. And even if I could listen into the audio, it would be very difficult for me to record any scams. The scammers were actually nice enough to have call recording on their phone system switched on, but even better yet, they had an application on some of their machines by the name of Flashback Recorder, which is an application that not only screen records the actual desktop display, but the microphone connected to that computer. Now, yes, I can match the timeline of the audio to the timeline.
Now that's just hilarious. Bruh said, I'm not just gonna look at the CCTV footage. This nigga was looking at everybody's individual computer like he was IT. Right up under their noses. He's watching niggas play Sudoku. He's watching niggas play blackjack. He's watching niggas take selfies. This is just hilarious.
And of the CCTV's internal playback to watch scams that have happened in the past, but the scammers have made it even easier for me by not using any traditional phone systems, but rather virtual ones. I ended up getting access to a couple more machines in this call center.
The same error message can't reach this page.
Let me connect with your computer remotely and I'll set it up for you. Would that work?
That's fine.
So this victim followed some random stranger's instructions and installed a remote access tool on her computer.
Now look at here, ma'am. Can you see there are a number of services which is stopped right now? Network connectivity, network assistant. By any chance, did you stop it, ma'am? Most of your services.
What's crazy is these are the people that you get when you get a virus on your computer. So say for example, right, just out of the blue, right, for my niggas that do porn, right, and you know how you hit that extra echo or some shit like that, right? Yeah, another example, right? You're on a movie website. 123 movies, one of them shits. And you get that extra pop-up to say, oh, you have a virus. Call this number to free your computer up. It be them dumb motherfuckers that believe, oh shit, I have a virus. I need to call now. It be them motherfuckers that be caught in these scams right here. Pretty sure the shorty done picked on. She probably was watching, or should I say, she's probably sitting there, old lady probably sitting there reading Daily Mail or some shit. Hit something on the right too far that she thought was actually real. You know, they have them tabloid shits that just poke out at you, clickbait and shit like that. But it's an extra pop up to a virus and shit like that. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Shorty was reading something that would actually happen in the news. She saw a pop up on the side that probably said, this person has 7 toes. See how that managed to happen. And she clicked on it as clickbait. You have a virus. Let me call. And next thing you know, somebody's remotely looking at your bank account. Ella stupid.
Are down right now that connect your smart devices together, and that's the reason you're having this trouble with the network, ma'am. So let me do one thing for you. Let me put a proper scan on it.
So, yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, were you on the phone with a gentleman that sounded Indian a second ago?
This nigga got the customer's name and number. He said, hold up, I'm about to play This is some real Superman shit right here in the form of IT. He done hacked the phone line and said, hey. Don't you buy from this nigga. Imagine a guardian angel like that coming through your phone line.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to tell you, ma'am, that person wasn't from actual tech support. I deal with fraud. Like, he was a scammer. He was trying to, ask...
Yeah, I figured that when he was trying to download stuff on my computer.
Yeah. Just, I wanted to warn you for the future. Like, if someone ever tells you to install something like that on your computer, it's before I had a chance to intervene. This was evident from the many photos I downloaded from the scammers' computers, showing payments made via credit card and checks, anywhere from $100 to $1,200 or even $3,000 for absolutely nothing. This photo in particular that made me really disgusted with these scammers, showing how they forced an elderly-looking man to open his webcam, write a check for them, and send it off to some random shell company in the United States. This is not only why I wanted to identify the heartless scammers in India, but also the people facilitating the laundering of money, because...
Bruh, that's just wild. And see, this is why I keep forgetting to tell me, remind me. This is why if I was to work in Thailand, I would be doing game and my AI and shit like that. I'd be doing that. I wouldn't be working no guy. I got 20-some years in customer service experience. I'm not working one of these shits. No. Access to people's checking accounts. He hacked the mainframe database to see the checks. It's niggas in the job right now that can't see them checks. It's probably call center reps right now in there that can't see a liquor check after they get it from the customer. That tells me a lot. Only one Zane, what's going on? No, I mean, we only an hour and a half in. Not really. We still just having a good time. Still just having a good time. Right now we are watching some scammers in India. Pretty much this gentleman has caught these scammers in India, and he's actually hacked the CCTV footage of the whole call center. So now he's actually looking up all their information that they have on these computers and found the checks that were being, written to them and given to them online. Mind you, these people in India, I understand and applaud him actually, hacking the whole system for us.
Scammers will instead have their victims make them payable to shell companies in the United States. There are many such companies involved in the scheme, and I've blurred their names because I've reported all of them to US federal authorities where they're being investigated. The information on those checks contain the types of details that are very suitable towards data brokers. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, your relatives, it's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submit opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media, and former customers who are released on the dark web. They recommend those affected use strong passwords, monitor account activity, and consider credit freezed or fraud. If my info was compromised in the AT&T breach, I wouldn't worry because Aura is always on and always doing the hard work of keeping me safe. I value my privacy, 60-day money-back guarantee. Anyways, I can't show you the business names that I reported to law enforcement, but what I can do is try to get the identities of every single person working inside the call center in India. My first approach was taking a look into the scammers' files in their computers, but this would turn out to be unsuccessful as they mostly only stored scam-related documents, but that's when I noticed someone on one of the camera views in a separate cabin. This individual is Avnit. She would turn out to be one of the HR managers working in this call center. And my proof of this is that the room she operates in literally has a sign that says HR room. And this is where I actually use the CCTV cameras to my advantage. I simply watched the cameras until Avnit would come into the office, waited for her to take the laptop out of her bag, watched her connect to the hijacked internet that I had access to, and then I was able to pivot to her computer directly. On her computer alone, I downloaded over 500 files containing confidential data. I can tell you this because the first few files I clicked on had things like employee resumes, photos of their ID cards, even pictures of the scammers themselves, and finally a spreadsheet that contains all of the agents' and managers' personal names, phone numbers, email addresses, and the exact location of where they live. This is a big leak into the company's employee data, and the reason the HR manager, here I could see the HR manager using the portal to request a new access card for one of the agents. It says she's using an account owned by someone with the name of Bekuchat, and we can see that was created back in November of 2021. The information listed on that post were things like the director's names of the company, Bekuchat Rora, and at this point, I already found public records of these two scam fraudsters registering Sky Sailor Ventures Private Limited back in 2019. This would turn out to be the real Rajat's LinkedIn account, which showed me a photo of how he looks like. And what do you know? The HR manager has a photo of someone on her hard drive that looks very similar to the profile picture on LinkedIn. This is Rajat. Now it was time for me to pivot they reached the finale of the...
You want to know something funny about this? This is one guy doing this. This ain't a staff. This ain't the FBI. This is one dude. Just investigated the entire organization while they were still at work. How do you hack an entire company and do an investigation on them while they are at work? Niggas, like I said, taking addresses where they live at. He got their IDs. He got their resumes. He got niggas checks. He know niggas unemployment and who employ. Catching niggas. Catching whole corporations. Why the police can't do this shit? This would be bothering. This would be pissing me off about the FBI, CIA. Why y'all can't do this shit for regular shit? This is one dude exposing an entire scam corporation. This is one nigga behind a desk. But the whole
scam, they open up their remote LAN chatting tool and pass the victim information over to someone by the name of Chavi. I'm pretty sure this guy manages all of the financial data in this call center. Let's put his name onto Google and see what comes up. Okay, so I see a LinkedIn profile. Let's click on this. Chavi. Yeah, that's definitely our guy. Look at that photo. Okay, yeah, he's the operations manager. We definitely need to access his computer. So after a couple of days of me just waiting, information that you could imagine. I'll talk more about that in a second, but I realized I didn't even need to gather more information on Chavi because when I downloaded those 500 files worth of confidential employee data off of the HR manager's computer, I got all of his info in the process. I have his personal information sheet, his Indian identity card or Aadhaar card, and multiple snapshots, including this very clear photo that matches up perfectly with his ID card and his personal LinkedIn page. Finally, it was now time to extract all of the data on his computer. And let me tell you now, this guy had access to everything. I could see the payment databases, the Stripe accounts, and even the scammers creating the invoices on PayPal that they would directly send to their scam victims. Of course, if the scammers were already dumb enough to let me see all of this, surely they would be dumb enough to not set passwords on their confidential spreadsheets, right? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's open this. Ah, dang. Looks like we can't access their master tracking spreadsheet. Oh wait, I suppose if I have access to their internal cameras, I could just watch them type the password to the spreadsheets live on CCTV. If only it was that easy though. Actually, it was that easy because I exported over 250 clear text passwords from the scammers' their computers. This gave me direct access to all of these accounts, and the first thing I did was log into these accounts and silently export all of the transactions that had been initiated on Stripe and PayPal. That's when I noticed these scammers are even dumber than I originally thought. Rajat, one of the directors and key players of this operation, used his real name, phone number, and personal email address to set up this fraudulent PayPal. This guy, who thinks he's tough shit with his call center and illegal scams, put his real name on this PayPal.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
This allowed me to trace the scam payments right back to his Indian bank account. Finally, I gained access to their simple invoice page, which revealed...
Congratulations, you played yourself. Big Money, what's going on? He damn right, he played himself. He put his whole actual information on the front of the shit. You big dummy. That's what I'm thinking. You big dummy. Caught red-handed with, because you put your actual government name on the shit. You ain't even try to put no fake name. You put your actual government name. Gotcha.
How much money they have stolen between the years of 2021 and 2024. Each month, these scammers on average steal around $100,000, and in a time span of just 1 year, they steal over $1.1 million. If we do the math of how much money they have stolen over the course of 3 years, it would be exactly $2,785,728 just from US and Canadian citizens. So if I had all of this information, what else was I missing? Well, I still had no idea where the scam call center was located. I had access to 2 outside angles on the CCTV that gave me a look into the entrance of the call center. On one of those views, I could see a security booth and a little road. But this scam call center has Wi-Fi in and outside of the building, and by using the names of the wireless networks, as well as their strengths relative to the scammers' computers, we can precisely determine where the scam call center is located. And when I put those coordinates into Google Earth, I get zoomed into this location in Mohali, Punjab. So when you enter Street View, you can see Villa Verde, Residential Tower, Cork City. And then this text over here is too blurry for me to read. And then some more Cork City, and then the atrium Cork City. So I thought this security booth right here was the same one. But if we actually compare it to the one on the CCTV, they're actually just completely different. So at the beginning, I thought this building on the right was the actual scam call center, but it's not. So the actual location of the scam call center is towards the back of the building. So if we do a quick zoom in, we can see on the left side over here, that's the security booth. So let's take a look at the CCTV, and that's the same. And if we look on the right side, we can see the parking lot. And on the left side, we have that turn. So I believe the scammers are in this building right here. So these scammers are located in the Atrium Cork City building of Sector 74, Phase AB, Mohali, Punjab.
Yo, let me just say, the generation before they came after us, the one right after, the 10-year generation that came right after us, y'all are some deadly smart motherfuckers. Let me say that. Y'all are some quick brain. Y'all got an extra bit of something in there. To y'all that's about 20 years old right now, some of y'all that's into this right now. Yeah, 25 and 26s right now that's into this. Y'all are some smart motherfuckers to be even thinking of all this. But I said, no, they ain't in the front. The call center all the way in the back. I done found these niggas' whole records. I know where they live. We go in the back. Alright, call center hit. If he wanted to put a hit on somebody in there, nigga, it'd be done. It'd be done. It'd be done with the quickness. Here, nigga, I give you a whole blueprint of the entire facility. I give you a blueprint of who down the street. I give you a blueprint to the best hotel that's near it. You can even get some McDonald's on the way, huh? I'm trying to tell you. Icon Bunny, what's going on? This is one of those things, man. Scammers, I tell you.
I put that address into Google. The first result is the official CorkCity.com website, which is the exact same website I saw the HR manager using previously. I very quickly found this YouTube video giving a tour of the building, and at first, I recognized the entrance from Google Street View imagery, but when they brought the camera to the back of the building, I was 100% able to confirm the location of the call center. In this frame right here, they even got a shot of the entrance, which matches up perfectly with what we can see on the CCTV cameras. So these scammers are located in this very high-end building. As stated in the description in this video, the building has a ton of amenities, like a massive swimming pool, a full fitness center, CCTV security cameras, and a 24/7 on-site security team. I wanted to identify if any other people have dealt with this call center in the past, and while looking at many reviews made by previously scammed victims, I actually remembered that I picked up a password to the scammer's Better Business Bureau account, allowing me to have full control of all of the reviews. No, I want to respond to everybody like, oh, this is a scam company that we do.
Yes.
We actually.
Very sorry. Want your money back? Go to your bank and ask for a charge back.
I'll actually give you the director's name while I'm at it.
Yeah. Here's his personal phone number.
Here you go. So that's exactly what I did. I replied to all of the people agreeing with their statements and even confirming that they are indeed a scam company. And at this point, I have gathered pretty much all the evidence I needed. I had the names of the bosses and most of the employees. I had their exact location. And finally, I was able to trace the scam payments right back to the managing directors. Instead of just watching them and doing nothing, let's rather engage in some sabotage. The first thing
This nigga was waiting till they went home. You see here, the lights is off right now. This nigga waited till they went home from work. Said, all right, now I got their ass. Imagine a nigga just a hacker like that waiting on the bank telling everybody, say, hey, all right, you closing? All right, yeah, I'm closing. And then all of a sudden, you hear
did was report the scammer's Google AdSense account so that nobody can find their website anymore. Then I decided to report the website itself to GoDaddy so that no victims can access their chat support and phone numbers. Thirdly, I reported the scammers their service agreements to DocuSign. Next, I sent all of the scammers AnyDesk IDs to my friend Matt, who works at AnyDesk, and he managed to ban all of them permanently off of the platform. And Rajat, I reported all of your personal information to the FBI as well. Good luck trying to scam now, buddy. Finally, I logged into the scammer's PayPal account and manually started to refund each one of their victims. Of course, this process would take way too long, so I reported their fraudulent accounts to PayPal themselves, who then responded by banning their PayPal account. No more direct debit payments for them. In late December of 2023, the scammers actually removed the CCTV cameras off of the main network that I had access to, ultimately killing my visual view into this call center. But the scammers forgot about one critical thing. I could watch them through the laptop webcams. Well, kind of. These scammers actually taped up most of the laptop webcams in this call center, so I unfortunately wasn't able to call any of the scammers directly looking at their face, but maybe I can confront them from a different angle. No one really uses this computer right here, and the closest people sitting next to this computer are these guys, so let's give these scammers a scare by revealing their true identities on a phone call.
Yeah, you speak to one of my superiors, okay? Hold on.
Okay, let me speak to him.
Yes, how may I help you?
Yeah, so I bet I can actually guess your name. Yeah.
My name is...
Sanjeev. Your name is Sanjeev, and your friend next to you is wearing a brown shirt. So, Sanjeev, why are you scamming people, Sanjeev?
What?
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, your name is Sanjeev.
No.
Yeah, you know Chavi Goy. You know Chavi and Rajat. You know Rajat? Rajat?
No.
Yeah, Avnit, the HR manager. So Sanjeev, let's talk for a bit. You know I can see you right now. Wave at the camera. You see the CCTV camera? You see the cameras right above you?
No,
look up at the CCTV, Sanjeev. Sanjeev, look at the CCTV. Look at the CCTV, Sanjeev.
No, man, you are wrong.
No, I'm wrong? So you're running scams, right, Sanjeev? You're running scams?
No.
Yes, you are.
Man, no.
Yeah, I can tell you your job. Your job is to manage all of the chats. So like the people send you the chat, and then you give it to the... So how are you not the scammer? Explain to me how you're not the scammer, Sanjeev. Explain to me.
No, you are wrong.
Are you panicking?
You are wrong. Please,
yo, the HR manager is right next to you.
Hello?
Yeah, can you please pass the call back to David? Or not?
I am, you are already talking to him.
Oh, I'm speaking to David right now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so David, you're wearing a brown shirt right now, right? You're wearing a brown shirt? Like, look behind you. You know,
no.
So you know Skyfair Travels? Look at the CCTV cameras behind you. Like, you know, look behind you.
I don't know what all you're saying.
Turn around in your chair. Turn around. Turn around. Look, I'm looking at you. Turn around in your chair. No, bro. Turn around. Oh, he's getting someone. He's getting someone right now, I think. At this point, Sanjeev, the scammer that I just confronted, decided it would be a good idea to tell the boss Rajat what just happened. Earlier that day, the HR manager conveniently left her computer in Rajat's personal cabin, which allowed me to grab this webcam footage.
कैमरा किसी के कंट्रोल में है। परमिंदर ने बात की, फिर उसने बोला कि फेक है। मैंने ली कॉल। You are Sanjeev. I know you manage all chat. फिर परमिंदर को बोला उसने कि तूने ब्राउन शर्ट डाली हुई है। हाँ। और आपका नाम ले रहा था राजा। ऐसे बोला राजा के अंदर गया।
But they shitting bricks right now. And what's funny is that he can see him right now too. He's literally looking at them like, yes, you can't. I can't believe it too, man. You hear the shit that's going on out here, man? These dudes are fucking high or something, man. Imagine you an assassin and hack the whole goddamn building and you looking at this shit. I'm like, y'all believe in every last one of this. Thing is, I'm actually telling the truth. I can see every last one of you niggas. And I know where your mama stay. And where you stay. I know your phone number. I know your bank account. How many checks you write. Nigga, I know you.
जब मैंने बात की ना, उसने सीधा बोल दिया यू आर संजीव। तो परमिंदर की शर्ट का कलर भी बता दिया उसने।
After this conversation, the HR manager entered the cabin and she unfortunately grabbed the laptop and took it back to her office. When she made it back to her room, they finally told her everything that had happened. Due to a technical issue, I wasn't able to get audio to this portion of the confrontation, but we can see the HR manager Avnit looking visually concerned when she notices her webcam light is on as well. Of course, she doesn't know anything about computers, so she leaves the room to grab someone with more experience. When she comes back,
she sort of realized and she was like, yo, who the fuck is looking at me? So, my video camera light is on. Can you tell me what's going on?
in, we can see her point directly at the webcam. Sanjeev, the person we can see right here, tells her it might be a good idea to put some tape over the webcam. Fortunately for us, this is the HR manager and not the IT guy, so instead of taping the actual webcam itself, she taped the webcam light instead.
बताओ क्या हुआ है मुझे तो बता ही सकते हो
El Stupido.
As for the main room, everyone was sort of in a panic mode, with a ton of people looking pretty concerned. Here we can see Chavi, the operations manager, holding a piece of tape and then pointing straight at the webcam. I assume you can guess what's coming next.
मेरे सिस्टम क्या बोलते हैं इसमें ना सर ने बोला कि इसको शट डाउन नहीं करना एक बार से अच्छा सिर्फ टेपिंग करनी है ना कैमरे की अब तो मैं कैमरा कवर कर रहा हूं अच्छा ठीक है ये तो वैसे इसमें पता ही नहीं होता मैं भी सोच रही थी इसको किसी दिन कवर करने का
वेबकैम इसका चल रहा है
चल रहा है हाँ
वेबकैम चल रहा है इसका
वो ऐसे चला होगा
Oh yeah, this is definitely it. They're taping it forever. Why are you guys smashing the laptop? Or they're smashing the laptop. And the scammers lived miserably ever after. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe.
And the scammers lived miserably ever after. I tell you, that's a good one though. He went in there straight fucking with them. But see, that's the thing, right? For him to even get all that information, you saying to yourself, damn, I could just turn all this shit into the authorities, right? But then it's like, no, I can't because I hacked their information. That's what you're saying to yourself, right? You're like, I'm gonna turn all this into the authorities. No, you're not. Because then you going to jail. They ain't. They ain't going to jail. You are. For hacking the system. They make the world go round, in a sense. Right, the webcam, it's not going to, that don't mean nothing. The webcam built in. And they get a light, ain't saying nothing sometimes. My webcam on right now. But it's using the other one, so yeah, no. Too funny. I need to hire this guy to secure my website. Where can I find him? That's the homie, man. What's his channel? Let me show y'all real quick. Cause I forgot what his actual channel was. Oh, Nanobator. Yeah, Nanobator.
Dear Dr. K, I used to think I was...
Listen, I don't care about your ads, okay? That ain't what we here for. Here to promote. The homie Nanobator. No, that's not his profile picture, of course. But he catches these guys all day long. Oh, this look funny as hell. There's a police raid live on camera. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. We might have to get that one. We might have to get that one. The police raided it live on camera. That just screams hilarious. How does that happen? I'm wondering, did he call them on somebody, or did they just popped up on some shit and they just pop up on them? That's some shit I was nervous of happening while working at First Allied Funding. No bullshit. That's the type of shit I was concerned with. Like, is they gonna run up in here? Is police about to run up in here and shut us down? What's really gonna happen?
This is a scam call center, and I've been gathering evidence of their scams for almost 1 full year. Gaining access to their computers and their CCTV security cameras allowed me to get a good understanding of their whole entire scam process. But could you imagine this infrastructure randomly shutting off in the middle of their scam shift? Well, that's exactly what happened on March 7th, 2024. All of their computers and devices shut down with nothing left besides one lonely computer on the network. Let's open the webcam and hopefully get the reason as to why all the agents' computers just randomly disappeared out of nowhere. Why am I hearing like tape being pulled? I'm hearing like tape. Yo, what's happening? Oh shoot, they're moving the computers, bro. Dude, they're moving the computers. Are they being raided? In my last video, I already briefly showcased this call center and showed some footage of their CCTV cameras. And I also talked about how I managed to locate and hack this call center that on the surface level might seem fairly innocent. Well, I can tell you now, these people that you see on screen...
Hey, what if cops would actually be looking at his page? I'm with that now. What if there's a cop that's a fan that randomly saw this shit on YouTube one night and say, yo, I'm about to show this shit to the force real quick. We might be able to find some people.
Are 100% scammers. And how did I make this discovery? Well, that's exactly what I discussed in part 1 of this mini-series on these New Delhi-based scammers. Just to give you a quick rundown, I got access to this call center back in April of 2023. I found a pretty sketchy website by doing a simple Google search for Microsoft's phone number. I called that phone number and I got in contact with someone in this office. I made up some random issue I had with my computer, and the agent that I was on the phone with proceeded to tell me a bunch of lies and told me hackers were trying to steal my personal information. Long story short, these scammers want remote access to my computer, and when I let them gain this remote access, it became very easy for me to infiltrate the main network. On this network, I found their set of CCTV security cameras. I tried to guess the password, but I could not manage to log in, so I had to trick someone into changing the CCTV password for me. From here, I got to see everything that goes on inside of this massive scam call center.
This is my computer. I bought it. No one should disable me from my own computer. I'm mad as hell right now.
Someone disabled your Microsoft account from your computer.
Bruh. How do you lock somebody out their own shit? How do you do that? Yo, the level of trolling. The level of trolling he did, yo. I'm sorry. The level of fucking trolling to lock somebody out their own computer. You hear him going, yes, how does someone do this? He locked me out my own computer.
Okay, your account is disabled. That's why you're not get the option to sign in by your Microsoft account.
The CCTV cameras, in combination with these scammers' their phone system, gave me the opportunity to see exactly how this operation is ran, with both video and audio, capturing the entire fraudulent scheme.
When you go for that security, you can see the total security you will get here. So
no, I'm not doing that. I'm not buying all that crap right now.
And this thing is safe here. This is a safe thing which can protect you. And secure email.
Oh, I'm not purchasing. This sounds like a ad.
Yeah, and you got this problem because someone using your email without your knowledge from the Russia, from a different country.
Okay, but I don't want to purchase anything today, so thank you anyway.
And since these scammers initiate a remote connection to their victims' computers and phones, they are essentially able to save and view a bunch of personal information. Scam call centers just like this one store victims' personal information on vulnerable spreadsheets that could even have your personal data and leave it up for grabs for anyone to save and keep. Scammers get access to this type of data thanks to data brokers who collect your information and sell it. Databroker selling information is vital to the operations of scam call centers, just like the one you see right here. But how do you solve this problem? Well, you have to search on Google for data brokers to see who has your information and manually submit opt-out requests for every single one. Data brokers are legally required to remove your information if you request an opt-out, but this is incredibly time-consuming, and data brokers do not make it easy by design. So for this exact reason, I decided to team up again with the sponsor of today's video, Aura. Aura makes the process of opting out a lot easier. Scammers unfortunately target elderly people, but with Aura, you're able to add up to 10 people to your plan, securing your parents or relatives. In question is WhereDot. Their website claims they are empowering people to live their digital lives securely, but in reality, that is absolute bullshit. They are actually scamming people out of hundreds of dollars, and I have a feeling the people that own WhereDot are a bit paranoid and worried if someone like me discovered their entire fraudulent scheme. Because if we go to WhereDot's main website and head over to their terms of service page, we can scroll down to the ownership, license, and use section, and here we can read the following. You shall not hack into our website or text messages or otherwise gain unauthorized access to make improper use of our content or site. A little bit too late for that. I've kind of been spying on you guys for like almost a year now. Get better, buddy. Additionally, it also says you will not damage, disable, disrupt, overburden, interfere with, or attempt to gain unauthorized access to any portion of our services, computer systems, servers, or networks. Not only did WhereDot try to appear more legitimate by creating a terms of service page with over 27 sections covering everything from company info to intellectual property rights, they also tried to make it very clear in the billing portion that it was not Microsoft initiating this payment, but rather the company WhereDot. What is WhereDot actually providing to these people though? Well, they kind of offer a cyber security plan. I say kind of because they completely lie on the phone to anyone and everyone about how you need to purchase the WhereDot antivirus. How so? Well, the agents are trained to remotely connect to the computer and falsely diagnose it.
There is nothing else that we can do because this is a direct Windows support. This is not a third party or this is not any other company. You're directly talking to Windows Securities, and we are the one who fixed this problem. If you cannot do this, we cannot be able to stop those hackers, and they will get all your bank account and the credit card information, and as soon as they will get your bank account and credit card information, they will wipe out whatever you have in there because they are good in doing such kind of things. I have already shown you that this is a very common scam that is going all over the world.
After the victim falls for the pitch, the scammers will take this as an opportunity to straight up commit fraud and conveniently guide the victim to WhereDot's website to view one of 3 different payment plans.
And it will enhance the performance of your computer too. The drivers will be updated, the Windows will be updated too. Everything is going to be like a new one, and all the data which you have already in that computer, that is going to be wiped out. Okay, so if you want to proceed, we can assign you the technician.
Okay, that's fine. Is it going to cost me anything?
Yes, for assigning the technician, and for the Windows there must be a one-time charges of $159.95.
The scammers could offer the cheapest plan, which is just the basic WhereDot antivirus that goes for around $27. But of course, since the scammers have someone in a vulnerable position and they're willing to pay any amount of money to fix their computer, the scammer will ignore this plan and obviously go for the most expensive ones, WhereDot Ultimate and WhereDot Ultimate Pro. Both of these options are given to the victim at checkout, ranging from around $290 to $430. And unlike other scammers, WhereDot actually installs something on their victims' computers instead of just charging them for thin air. What are they exactly installing? Well, it's their very own antivirus. If I were to include a full analysis of WhereDot's antivirus, this video would be about 40 hours long. So instead, if any of you cybersecurity researchers that are watching this video want to do their own analysis of WhereDot's antivirus, you can freely just download the setup on the website or tag me on Twitter at Nanobator and I'll send you a copy myself. Spoiler, I'm pretty sure their AV is just ripping off VirusTotal. And you might be asking yourself, what's the difficulty level of a scam call center like this just creating their own antivirus? Well, these people decided to rip off another antivirus by the name of Kaspersky. They used Kaspersky's SDK or software development kit by applying for a partnership on the main website, and they just rebranded it to WhereDot. But this antivirus actually does have an attribute that is quite difficult to obtain: an EV certificate on the antivirus. If you're not familiar with an EV certificate, it's pretty much a type of TLS/SSL certificate that verifies that their certificate holder has undergone the most extensive extensive level of vetting and identity background checks to certify that their website is authentic and 100% legitimate. If you get the gist, they pretty much had to submit a ton of proof and identity verification to get this type of certificate. This contributes to how satisfying it's going to be when we watch the same scammers that put all this effort into looking so legit get raided by their own local police. Anyways, I'm pretty interested in calculating the amount of money a scam call center like this generates in just 8 months of scamming. So this group probably on average scams around 150 victims per week, and in the time span of 8 months, they have stolen over $516,000 just from their fake Where.dot antivirus campaign. Since they have generated $516,000 in revenue in only 8 months, that means they will approximately steal $64,000 per month, and by taking this figure and subtracting the average advertising cost, then dividing by the advertising cost, and finally multiplying by 100, we get a whopping 1,164% return. These types of returns are very substantial and only really achievable if you're running a scam operation. And of course, since I could see these scammers' computer screens, I could also see them navigating and logging onto their CRM page. On this page,
Just until he said what I'm thinking about, because they paying them pennies on the dollar. Now it makes sense why you be thinking of them little Indians and, you know what I'm saying, people that be just sitting on the floor talking to you on the Verizon. You think it's really Verizon or some shit. They in a call center. No. They got their ass in the sweatshop on the floor. Some of them.
we can see things like quote-unquote the star performer of the month, or as I like to call it, the most despicable scammer of the month. The agents have the ability to view their monthly sale and refund report alongside a 7-day sales chart with, of course, incentive bonuses at the bottom. Not only could I see them on the actual CRM page, but I also saw the agents using a phone system. These scammers don't make normal calls, they use their computers as the phone, and because I could see their computers, I could equally see every single phone call that they were making. But the scammers would always make up fake names, and this group had their real names in their telephony system. So over a period of maybe a few weeks, I kind of put together a little diagram which said, let's say the person on this extension, their real name is this, and their fake name is something else. And thanks to a tool from one of my friends, the Midnight SB, it looked as if they were receiving inbound calls on the phone system, but still always reaching me.
Adam, my computer's going beep, beep, beep. Thank you for calling. It says beep, beep, beep. What do I do?
Okay, can you
on the computer?
Can you go nearby the computer?
Yeah, it's on my computer. On the screen.
Yeah, can you?
It's doing a beep,
yeah,
beep,
what
beep,
does it
beep,
say?
beep, flashing blue and green.
Okay, and there is nothing coming up on the screen?
Oh, no, it's on the screen. It says Microsoft.
That is a scam message with the scam number on the screen. This is not real. This is a scam. So
Yeah.
let me tell you what you have to do.
I googled for
I will
the
help
real
you out.
Microsoft phone number. Is that what I was supposed to do?
Exactly. That is the way you got connected to me. And I'm here to help you out with this problem. You just need to follow the instructions on the computer. First of all, let me know that if it is a laptop or a desktop.
Did the scam warning already infect my computer? Have they infected me?
It has infected the computer, but we will fix that for you. Can you listen to me and follow the instructions there,
What
please?
is your name?
This is not a normal thing, sir. You can see that says Trojan spyware on the computer.
Trojan?
Trojan. Can you
Yeah,
see
how
on the
did I
screen?
get the Trojan condom spyware on my computer?
Might
yeah,
be
the
you have
Trojan
clicked
condom
on
spyware
click.
got on my computer. It says Trojan spyware. What the
That means, sir, that you know about the Trojan things.
No, what is a
Trojan is spyware.
Trojan? Wait, on my computer? It's on my computer right now? Right now? On the computer?
Yeah, it's
No,
yes, sir, you
but
can
how
see
do I
that
know?
says-
Wait. How do I know you're the real Microsoft, sir, though? How do I know you're the real Microsoft?
Sir, can you tell me from where you have got my number and how you have called me?
I went on Google and I searched up a Microsoft phone number and I found your phone number. This is really
Then you have, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm just making
Yeah.
sure. So, how do I get rid of the viruses on the computer over here? Like this virus?
I'm recommending you, sir, if you don't need that, I can
Hey,
close
why
this
are
one.
you laughing?
Okay? I think you are
Why
not
do you think
believing
this
me,
is
sir.
funny?
I don't know.
Why do you think this is funny, sir? You think it's a joke?
Because, sir, you are telling me
You
like
think
this.
it's a joke? You
You
think
are
this is a
already
joke?
telling me,
Wait, do
can
you
you
think this is a joke? Do you think this is a
Yeah,
joke?
of course. You are doing
No,
job,
I
sir.
think you're a
Because you
joke,
are telling me
Beta.
such-
No, I think you're a joke. Listen to me now. You're a scammer. That's what I think you are. I know for a fact that you're a scammer. I know my truth. I know you're a scammer.
If you
bro.
know, sir, if you know that things, Why are you calling us?
Because I wanted to see you, bro. I wanted to see you and talk to you at the same time. Because I know you're a scammer, bro. Like I know everything that you're a scammer.
I'm going. Listen.
Yeah,
to
because
me.
I have.
If you're thinking to right now, listen to me. If you're thinking that we are this scammer, so right now I'm in the computer. What will you do?
Yeah.
If you're thinking like these things, I'm not going to.
But
leave
why
the
did you
computer.
tell me there was something wrong
What
with
will
the
you do?
computer? Why did you tell me there was something wrong?
Sir, you are telling me. I'm not telling you something
Yeah,
wrong.
you
are
were.
telling me
Yeah, you
something
told me
wrong
there
with
was wrong. You told me there was something wrong with the computer. I showed you this one.
Listen to me. Listen
No,
to me.
no, no,
I'm
no.
going to-
No, listen here, Beta. Beta, I'm your father, Beta. Listen to me now. You treat me with respect.
Okay.
Yeah,
really.
Beta. Yeah, listen
Yeah.
to me, Beta. No, why are you closing everything, Beta? Why are you laughing? Listen, it's not a joke.
Okay.
He might think scamming people is a joke, but I don't think stealing hundreds of dollars is something to play around with. So I turned to the internet to see what they have to say about WhereDot. I googled for reviews, and the first thing I found was WhereDot's profile on Trustpilot. I began reading tons of reviews. They had 4.9 stars with exactly 3,585 reviews in total. 96% of these reviews are 5 stars, but if we sort the reviews by 1 star, we can see plenty of reviews from people explaining their outright terrible experience with WhereDot. I won't go through all 3,000 of the reviews myself, but if any of you watching this video want to take a look for yourself, I've left a link in the description below. If you or a loved one have been scammed by WhereDot, please reach out to me on my Twitter or email, as I am very interested in the story and maybe we can help you get your money back. Despite WhereDot claiming to operate as a software development company from New York City, WhereDot is actually a subsidiary of Minds Insider Private Limited under the leadership of Ganesh Vishwakarma and Sanjeev Sewa. But these aren't the real owners behind this operation. The real directors and masterminds that run this call center is Prakash Vishwakarma and Barkatullah Khan. These are 2 names and key players that we will hear later in this story. Anyways, my team and I reported WhereDot to Microsoft themselves. We explained through email in detail how the scams work. We sent them links to the fake Microsoft websites so they can maybe, just maybe, take down the scammer's Google AdSense account. This means when people Google for Microsoft's phone number, they won't get in contact with WhereDot, but rather the real Microsoft support team instead. Hopefully this also leads to WhereDot's EV certificate being revoked, as they shouldn't have that anymore. Since I knew this might be the end of WhereDot, I decided to call the agents on the floor and tease them that something physical was going to happen. I know, there's like a lot of people in your office, right? There's a lot of scammers in your office.
Yeah. First of all, tell me, sir, which YouTube channel you have?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I'm so curious to know about that.
You're gonna find out later, buddy. You're gonna find out later. I'm not gonna tell you, bro. Listen, you're gonna find out very soon, bro. You're gonna find out physically. You're gonna physically find out. Like, I'm giving you a warning what's happening. I'm giving you a verbal warning, sir.
No.
And you need to listen to me, sir. Are you excited to be on YouTube? Say, I'm excited to be on YouTube. Say it right now. And sure, maybe I didn't even know yet what was coming to them. I just knew it was karma. Another step into the destruction of this call center, I decided to map out the scammers, their infrastructure with a friend of mine, and we quickly realized what we were dealing with. If we split it up into multiple sections, we have the scammers' websites, the phone system, the payment infrastructure, and of course their local network. If we take a look into the payment portion of their infrastructure, this is where they receive the money from the victims through SolidGate to the people who own the bank accounts in the USA, and they probably siphon that money back to the bank accounts in India. Of course, they have a phone system to make calls, which is Vital PBX, so there is maybe something we can do there. And finally, we have access to their router and network in combination with all of their computers. So the final plan was to destroy WhereDot on a so-called burn day. Although this plan wouldn't go as well as we thought, as in part 1, we sent an insider into the scammers their office-based building to grab some photos and videos, but he could not manage to make it into the actual scam call center and actually got kicked out of the building instead. He said he would go back to the call center for this so-called burn day so he can record the scammers their reactions to all of their infrastructure being destroyed. We waited for a few weeks to go by so we can book the insider's hotel and flights, but on March 7th, 2024, while watching the scammers' computers, everything just completely shut down. Within seconds, all of the scammers' computers and internet connection went offline, leaving one computer on the network and still physically connected to the power. At this time, the CCTV cameras were down, so the only way I could see what was happening in the center was through the computer webcam. The quality assurance manager's computer was connected to a totally different network, allowing me to grab this webcam footage. Oh wait, we will get back to this webcam footage soon.
Wait, what?
So after this random event of the scammers' computers going down, I didn't exactly know what was happening. I definitely put some thought out there that they possibly did just get raided, but in reality, I really did just think it was a network issue. That was until the scammers' computers never came back online. I thought there was no possible way the scammers could have figured out I hacked them. I hadn't done anything suspicious on their network as of recent, and I didn't even release my part 1 video yet, so I honestly really did think it was just a network issue. Of course, Where.'s website was still online and active, so I decided to call the phone number on the page to see if anyone would answer, but of course I couldn't get anyone on the phone. And at this point, I thought they maybe just changed locations and were waiting to get back up and running, but it wasn't until I released my part 1 video where I found out the real truth to what happened on March 7th. I received a comment on the part 1 video telling me a call center in New Delhi with the same name, Where. had been raided by the police earlier that month. As soon as I read this comment, my heart dropped because I knew they didn't just disappear for no reason. I immediately opened up Google and I began searching for call center raids in New Delhi that had occurred in the last month, and I found multiple articles. When I clicked on these articles, everything became very clear to me. Where got raided by the police. In this article, it states that the New Delhi Police Crime Branch busted a fake call center in Southeast Delhi and arrested 2 people for allegedly cheating United States citizens under the pretext of providing technical services. On March 7th, secret information was received at the PS Cyber/SED that a fake international call center is being operated in the area of PS Badarpur. On the basis of this information, a team led by Inspector Kuldeep conducted a raid at the Mohan Cooperative Industrial Estate, Mathura Road, New Delhi, where a person by the name of Prakash Vishwakarma was found running an illegal call center. Beside him, there were 36 other persons, including 2 females. They were entrusted with the work of attending calls of US citizens, impersonating themselves as employees of leading firm Where.com, and used to charge hefty amounts from the victims on the pretext of providing technical support. Prakash Vishwakarma and Barkatullah Khan, both of them have been arrested and accused. 38 telecallers have been bound to the case, and officials said more details are awaited. So in my opinion, the craziest bit is that I actually recorded a portion of the raid without even realizing it, and it was definitely a thought in my head that it could have been a potential raid, but I really just had no idea at the time. This is the footage that I recorded on that day.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening!
Immediately, we can see 2 people wearing jackets with something on the back that's too pixelated to read. I hear noises of tape being pulled. I can see people with folders walking around, but most interesting of all, I saw them moving the computers. Here we can see one of the only female agents working in this call center pick up one of the computers and move it away towards the entrance of the room. Something that is pretty notable is that I saw a couple of the key players in the office that day, not only through my computer access, but through the live webcam footage itself. Here we can see Saurav Suman holding his computer right here, which is the same computer that I had access to for about 1 year. I also saw Rakesh Kumar, the quality assurance manager, and this guy Barkat, who manages all of the bookkeeping. It's great to know some of the key players were in the office that day, and they didn't just get tipped off before the raid. I also captured these people in suits who might have been the building owners, and I also saw people in these jackets right here, which looks very similar to CBI jackets. Of course, it wasn't the CBI who raided this call center, but rather the local police. And it was a bit difficult to hear what was going on. Everything was kind of muffled, but I managed to get this conversation on film.
और कोई फोन है इसके अलावा? नहीं और कोई। तुम्हारा फोन क्या है? कहाँ है? कहाँ है? आपको जो चाहिए ना इसलिए नहीं मिल जाएगा। सारा सिस्टम कैरी करने के बाद कोई नहीं आपको वो देखिए। हाँ सारे भेज देंगे ठीक है ठीक। इसके अलावा आपको नहीं पेपर है और यही चाहिए बाकी सारे चाहिए आपके पास सीए लेके आ जाएगा इंस्टेंट। इतना कोई मारा मारी नहीं कंपनी के इंडियन डॉक्यूमेंट में भाग के नहीं जाएगा सब सीए लेके आ जाएगा।
I can't exactly figure out who the police are in this clip. It could be these people or even these guys with the jackets, but all I know is all of their computers shut down at once. We literally saw them move the computers live on the webcam feed, and I additionally captured the date that all of this occurred, which was March 7th, the exact same date that's mentioned in all of the articles. I'm pretty confident we just witnessed this scam call center get a taste of the law. Unfortunately, the rest of my footage is quite boring. It's literally just a webcam feed of this room with the door closed, capturing absolutely nothing. Thankfully, from this webcam feed though, we know the police brought in the scammers for questioning and ran forensics on all of the computers. The police obviously searched the scammers in their office-based building to get necessary evidence to build a solid case. If the police turned on one of the computers, they would find files consisting of victim information, previous calls with victims, and of course financial spreadsheets. In all of the articles, it says the scammers are being charged with cheating, dishonestly inducing delivery of property under IPC section 420, punishment for identity theft under 66C of the 2008 IT amendment, and punishment for cheating by impersonation by using computer resource under 66D of the same amendment. Since WearDot is straight up committing fraud by using Microsoft's name to boost sales for their antivirus, Microsoft did take an interest into our investigation. They actually got back to my team and I. They told us they are actively trying to take down WearDot's infrastructure, and now when you visit the payment portion of WearDot's website, you might get a smart screen message that looks like this. It pretty much warns you that the page you are trying to visit could be malicious, and hopefully this type of warning prevents future people from being a victim of WearDot's scam. Microsoft also replied, stating they are keen to revoke WearDot's EV certificate in combination with all of their websites. Reporting the information to Microsoft could have led to the demise of this call center. We have asked them for information on the raid, and we have yet to receive a response from them. Maybe they aren't able to legally speak about it yet, but if it wasn't Microsoft, it might have been a victim of the scam who filled out an IC3 report, and it actually made it back to India, ultimately resulting in this awesome win for society and for the scam baiting community. The police pretty much destroyed and took down this call center for me. The bosses of this operation, Prakash Vishwakarma and Barkatullah Khan, hopefully will spend a few years in jail and never return to scamming, and we also hope that other police stations will take an example from the New Delhi Police Crime Branch. By making these videos, we can make more people aware of these types of scams and hopefully prevent future people from being victimized. I think it's safe to say
I love how the police came in there on this one though. I love how the police came in there on this one. Karma just came quick around the bend, but not quick enough. Not quick enough, because it's tons of scammers out there, and there's tons of videos that he makes on these people. I kind of wish that he could just turn this stuff into all of the authorities. I kind of wish we all could do this stuff and get people's money back, so get our money back. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, cops there are definitely watching these videos. Absolutely. Alright. Let's see. What's on my itinerary? Alright, well, I'll get into what alright, we will have to unfortunately get into sad news on things for the evening. Unfortunately, I have to get on some sad things for the evening. So, I think about 2-3 days ago, I'm just again scrolling my timeline on things, and I see about the DC plane crash. Now, of course, it's one of those things that you say, okay, how big is this PSYOP or event going to be? Of course, if it's in the media like this spreading. But then, before you even get to determine what's going on with it, another one happens, and you're like, what's going on here? That don't just happen out of nowhere. At all. That don't happen out of nowhere. So let me see. Where's the video about the DC one? Ooh, pardon me. Oh, I'm glad I seen this too, because I don't want to forget that I got that.
This morning, recovered black box recorders from the downed jet may hold key clues to sketching out what happened before that fiery mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. All 64 people on board the American Airlines plane and the 3 on the Army Black Hawk helicopter are presumed dead. Ross Lanzel's ex-wife was a skating coach on board.
It's tough, you know, like they're gone. That's what kills me, is these kids.
ABC News has learned a preliminary FAA report notes that staffing in the air traffic control tower was, quote, not normal at the time of the crash, with one controller handling both planes and helicopters, but that is still considered acceptable by FAA standards. And this crash was a devastating hit across the nation. It still is. Many are reeling this morning. The shock is just hitting us. The U.S. figure skating community, at least 14 figure skaters are believed to be on board. So Colorado Springs, keep in mind, is home to the U.S. figure skating headquarters. Many of the athletes and the coaches, they train in our area. And the news of the tragedy is hitting these athletes and coaches especially hard.
They're grieving hard. Prayers, as many prayers as you can send would be great. There are some wonderful people lost, some really hardworking, dedicated families that dedicated their lives to skating and the passion of our sport that are really hurting right now. So the more prayers, the better.
The Broadmoor Skating Club in Colorado Springs also shared a post on social media saying, quote, our hearts are broken over the tragic loss of friends, family, and spirited competitors on Flight 5342.
Did you catch the part about things weren't necessarily normal? I'm starting to notice how there's these little instances that they're even putting in the news now. There's little instances that captions that they even put in the news now. Staffing and control tower was considered not to be normal. That's not there on purpose. That's not there to be just a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? They're making sure they let you know. All this shit is planned out for you. Road trips until further notice. I know that's right, Lulu. But the DC plane crash is important and live in the DMV, Maryland. My brother works on planes in the Air Forces, so I'm a little nervous. So here's the thing, right? It hit home. These type of things hit home in many ways. You can't just say this was a bunch of crisis actors in this psyop, this event. This had actual people that passed away. A good friend of mine, Andre, she knew one of the flight attendants that passed away. Like I said, it's people that posted on my timeline. Someone's niece passed away on that airline. From my timeline. My Facebook timeline had not one, but two people that I actually knew, that knew people that died. This one hit home. This is different. Very different. This isn't a, let me just make something happen and have the crisis act. No, depopulation is still in effect. Unfortunately. I really wish you know what? One day, we're going to be fully able to infiltrate a lot of the files that we need to for this MK Ultra stuff. Because it's funny how we find Fort Bragg. Remember I told y'all last night, if you didn't listen to the pod last night, I'm going to get into it in a second. We found out that there was this little coincidence between DC and the Philly situation, right? Number one with the DC one, in connection back to the Tesla Cybertruck that blew up in front of the Trump Towers, in connection to the Louisiana situation, the actual helicopter that blew up with the plane was also from Fort Bragg. The soldiers were from Fort Bragg. Yeah, the soldier in Louisiana was from Fort Bragg. The soldier from the Tesla truck blowing up was from Fort Bragg. And then the helicopter, the H-60, was also from Fort Bragg. So you mean to tell me Fort Bragg has just got soldiers on dummy missions? That's what I'm starting to wonder now. You got Fort Bragg just sending soldiers on dummy missions out there? Just to kill people off? That's what I'm starting to gather. Okay. So it says, what happened? So the American Eagle flight number 5342, I wonder what angel number that is, 5342, which was operated by PSA Airlines, collided in midair with a Sikorsky H-60 helicopter at around 9 p.m. So when I look at that, so wait a minute. What if that's in connection to something right there? The Sikorsky H-60 helicopter. Lily, when you do this, look at it. Look at it. Look who comes right on up. This ain't by coincidence or design, sir. This stuff is right in front of our faces. This stuff is right in front of us. And you just be sitting there asking yourself, how did I not notice? Trying to find what the thing earlier. Oh, okay, never mind. I'll do this. This is why I hate when my joint just resets on me and I don't like when I can't see where my search went. I can't see where my search went. It landed me on my question. That's just my new page in my bookmark. Okay. Mine ain't playing tricks on me. It just got reset on me. But that's cool. There you go. I said to put another extra word in there because you is trying to play games with me. Like I didn't see this earlier. Yes, Fort Bragg, North Carolina has U.S. Army Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk helicopters. Because not just every base has this. This is the main base that is known to have this. That's not just any old helicopter. If If you look at majority of those takeoff records, they all say the same place. But look at this. There have been several Black Hawk crashes at Fort Bragg, including one in 1985 that killed 8 soldiers and 4 crew members. It's literally just associated with Fort Bragg, this helicopter here. Look, accident, Sikorsky UH-60A, Black Hawk, 79. I'm going to read this right here. This is the aviation safety record right here. Look at this. They have the aviation safety records of how many times this damn thing done crashed from somewhere. Like I said, they're sending MK Ultra soldiers out to do a lot of these PSYOP events and get these things completed. And they're trying to make it look like it's terrorists. You see how quick Trump said that, oh, it's part of the DEI program. It's part of those people that did this, right? He quickly went to go say that it's part of the immigration. It's part of immigration that did this. Really? Maybe it's because of your funding that did this. The shit that's funding you did this. Project 2025 did this. It's just time for these soldiers to wake up at the snap of a finger and do what they are asked to do. And then of course the DC one happens. Or should I say the Philadelphia one happens. 7 were killed, at least 19 injured in the fiery Northeast Philly plane crash. City stresses residents called 911 to report debris. Like that one went on top of homes. I'm not, you know, I'm never one to hide and tuck my tail as far as when I see when the government is literally trying to scare us. This is why I called the pod Revelations tonight. We are living in the book of Revelations right now. Everything you see is pre-planned to happen. This is why I broke down the Santa Baby video. I broke down the Santa Baby video for a reason. Because literally any and everything that is from that video is happening right here in front of you. Everything. Yes, literally, you called it right, the Crash Out military base. Oh, let me see something. Okay, now I thought I missed I was trying to see something up top.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Live picture there in Philadelphia. We do have some breaking news there in the city of brotherly love. I want to put this tweet up from our colleague there at Fox 29, reporter Chris O'Connell. He says there have been several reports of a plane crash into a building in northeast Philadelphia. Fox 29 Philadelphia have been covering this story within the last few minutes. They are sending reporters to the scene. I believe some of those reporters are on the scene as well here. You can see Steve Keeley shooting this video from his cell phone. He says bulletin airplane crash there on Roosevelt Boulevard. He says fires burning in multiple spots on Cotman Avenue. He says pieces of airplane scattered there on the ground. Jason Martinez with this video saying this is being described as a plane crash in the area of Bustleton and Cotman Avenues in northeast Philly. That's a doorbell camera provided by a viewer there to Fox 29. Let's take it full here. Look at that. And you see the nighttime sky light up in orange. Wow. In the meantime here, Fox 29 in Philadelphia is in breaking news coverage of this. Let's listen.
This is Jason Martinez here in the Fox 29 newsroom. You are looking at what's being described as a plane crash in northeast Philadelphia. This is doorbell camera provided by a viewer. Left of your screen, you saw the fireball come out of the sky. Again, this is being described to us as a plane crash northeast Philadelphia in the area of Bustleton and Cotman Avenues. You saw the left of your screen, the fireball come right out. Take another closer look there. And so this just happening here in the last 20 minutes or so. Again, northeast Philadelphia. I believe we have Steve Keeley in the area on the phone. Steve, what can you tell us? Do we have Steve? We do not appear to have Steve at the moment. As soon as we get him, we'll bring it to you. But again, viewer-provided video from a doorbell camera in northeast Philadelphia showing a fireball fall out of the sky. Of course, the Northeast Philly Airport, just less than a mile away from this location. And so a lot of viewers have been calling our newsroom and telling us that they believe this was a plane crash in this area of Bustleton and Cotman. But this doorbell camera video makes you question exactly what we're seeing. Here's a closer look. And really, I can only describe that as a fireball that falls out of the sky. And again, this is Roosevelt Mall, I believe, the parking lot in northeast Philly. And this is ground video that we're just getting in. You're seeing it as I am seeing it. Police taping.
So where did it hit? Are y'all listening? Are y'all looking at that? It just blew up in the sky. Where did it hit? That's the part that they're not telling us. What the fuck did that thing hit? What took off the signal? Because you know, the main way to knock off a plane or any type of helicopter or make it do what you want to do is what? By frequency. If you fuck with its frequency, you can pretty much crash it or make it do it wherever you want to do. You can make it land somewhere else if you want to. But if you fuck with the frequency on it, that's what I'm saying. What did it hit? What did it get close to that made it just spiral the fuck out of it? What did that shit hit first? What did it? Something triggered that to happen. That don't just randomly happen.
The area off, smoke and debris in this area. And this, of course, all happening as we are still sorting through a plane crash that happened in D.C. No word on the size of the plane that crashed, what caused it. We are just learning this. There's some...
Stay back here.
Okay, now we have Steve. Steve, if you can hear me, what can you tell us?
Jason, I was just warned. I'm fairly close. I was nearby. This happened at 6 o'clock. I got it confirmed by 6:13 and 6:14. And then a top commander in the department told me his house shook. He called the bomb squad, and they told him a plane had crashed. Then lots of calls came in. I was nearby. I saw everybody racing over here. I raced with them. I'm looking at two fires going right now on Cotman Avenue. I'm standing in one of the driveways to the Roosevelt Mall. As I ran over here, I parked in the McDonald's at Cotman and the Boulevard. I wondered what I was tripping over, and it was pieces of an airplane scattered in the mall parking lot. They then began roping that off, and the heavy smell of jet fuel is in the air and has been in the air. There is still black smoke. The fires are not under control, and then an officer just told me to take cover behind the police and fire vehicle I'm near because there's a gas line nearby. Another commander told me cars were on fire. This was in rush hour. I know it because I was just on Cottman Avenue seconds before this, approaching the boulevard when this plane crashed. So it was wall-to-wall cars approaching Cottman and the boulevard, so people were stopped in traffic. I don't know if cars are on fire in front of me or parts of the plane, but it looks like multiple fires, and the fires are not right next to each other. They're a good 100 yards from each other, so there is a string of damage.
Look, even in the slow motion, you can tell. Like, it's in the air or something. It's a Queen Dream, what's going on? What's going on with you? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, Icon, viewer, not local citizen or civilian. Like, all these things we have to question. But look at the slow motion here.
A string of fires. This mall is under some kind of construction, so they have a tarp around about a 6-foot tall tent. Every police officer, every fire department member in the city must be up here right now, and there's still more coming on the way. There is so much smoke in the air going right over the mall right here, and this mall was packed too. They had to move all the people back for their own good, and the air quality is not good for them, but everybody was out here. Now I can see one car on, I'm looking through the fence, Jason. I'm looking down in front of the Dunkin' Donuts on Cottman, and again, this is right before the boulevard. Right in front of the Dunkin' Donuts, it looks like an SUV is on fire, and the flames are all through the street. And there's so many fires here, and the fire department's also trying to worry about that gas line that's in danger. Now I'm counting the fires, Jason. 1, 2, 3, 4 fires I can see right here, all spread out along Cottman Avenue right now.
Steve,
I can't see what's burning.
Steve, we are looking at viewer doorbell camera of what looks like just a fireball falling out of the sky. And as this plane hits the ground, just flames just immense. And we see a shot now on the ground. We see, looks like some cars are on fire here. You say you smell jet fuel?
Yeah, I can still smell it. There's a smell of fuel in the air, a heavy smell. And if they're reporting a fireball falling out of the sky, the parts of the airplane I saw were not burned. And again, we're near Northeast Philly Airport. It would be an unreal coincidence if there was another midair collision here. I don't know, but and I didn't see any fireball in the sky because I haven't seen that video yet. I'm only on the phone here with you. But the parts of the airplane I saw did not have any burn marks on them. And again, I'm just trampling over them. And in the first video I sent in and put on, I'm tripping over the airplane parts before I realize what I'm tripping on. And then an officer says, hey, this is a debris field here from the airplane. And that's it. So we don't know what happened. We just know that an airplane crashed here somehow. And there's parts of the airplane long before where the fires are burning. They're in the Roosevelt Mall parking lot in front of the T-Mobile store. And that is a good 200, 300, 400 yards from where I'm looking at a fire burning right now outside the driveway of the Roosevelt Mall. So who knows what happened? I'm sure police don't know what happened. They're just trying to rescue people, and we don't know how many people were in cars here, and their lives were in danger as well. So this is ongoing, and now the smoke, I'm trying to get out of the smoke has adjusted. I'm trying to move so I can breathe and see here, Jason. But the smoke is now shifting all different ways. Wow.
It sounds like the debris field is at least a couple of blocks wide.
I want to show you something real quick. This is why I say, what did it hit? This is why I was asking that question. Well, what did it hit? So, do you see that? You see that perfect line that it's making across Delaware? Almost like some type of grid. See what I'm getting at? See, it's almost like a perfect line between Philly and DC. Almost like I said, some type of grid going across, because both of them are coming from that way. They both was coming from the west. coming toward the east. And they came across and hit this particular barrier line. As soon as they got to this line, they got to something that was right close to it and crashed. Am I wrong? Both of these shits was coming from a completely different direction. So, if I'm thinking about frequencies in the grid, and I look and see New Jersey right there, and I have no choice but to think about the New Jersey drones, because the reason why I have to think about the New Jersey drones in frequencies and grids and things like that, what we talked about here on the pod with Project Bluebeam. That just tells me that the grid is up now. That the grid is all the way up. That whole planes are just crashing out the sky. The grid is actually up. We can't see it or feel it, but these planes can. Because these planes are getting to a certain point of the United States, as you can see in this perfect line right here. They're getting to a certain point and just pew. So I kept asking myself, I said, how does that happen with a plane? I'm like, turbulence could unbalance it, but it wouldn't just make it crash out of the air. So that was just my quick observation on just looking at from the map side of things. On top of, like I said, it having the third coincidence now to being linked to something in Fort Bragg. I don't know about everybody else, but as I told y'all before, I'm considering trying to move to other residence. It's only right. It's only right that we do so. You have to consider yourself. You have to prioritize you. As I said before in the other part, you have to prioritize you at the end of the day. Prioritize you. Because you only get one you. Yes, open this in math real quick. So I want people to understand what I'm talking about here. Not sure why it's showing me in blue, but anywho, I don't know why it was showing me in blue. Oh, where did my thing go? Yeah, thank you. I'm like, why is it in blue? My goodness, that looked horrible. Alright. Just so you guys can get, like I said, a better understanding what I'm trying to say here. The New Jersey drones are literally right here. So you have this right here. But Jersey's like right here. Like right smack dab there. And like I said, look where the other one happened. DC right here. But the main thing is they all came from this side. They all came from over here. One came from Kansas City. Now here's the other thing. Right, because where's Fort Bragg at? Here's where it gets real interesting. Here's where it gets real interesting. The base is in North Carolina, right? Okay. That would mean that that came all the way so, as you can see, just judging from the line right here, so with North Carolina, right? Oh, hold on, let me just zoom out just so you can see what I'm talking about. So, again, the line right here, North Carolina down here, where Fort Bragg is. This is where everything was pretty much happening. So, Fort Bragg, I wish I could draw. I wish I could have like a little thing that could just draw. So, Fort Bragg, Louisiana happens. Then you have the Nevada situation happens. Then you have the situation up here happens. Notice how it went 1, 2, 3, almost like a triangle almost. So it went 1, 2, so straight out, straight up, and straight over here. Notice how it covered pretty much majority, not majority of the United States, but notice how it covered its own pattern throughout the United States, as if it was marking it was marking a certain territory of the upper northern part. Someone said this was going to be, I remember someone made a hint about this too. I can't remember who it was in the chat, but someone said, yeah, there's going to be a line made out of this because it fit too well. But now I'm looking at it on the big thing. I can't really see that part right there. Let me zoom in a little bit. That's more like it. But do y'all see what I'm getting at as far as the grid line being there, like right over Delaware and New Jersey being right there on the right? Like if I was to go instead of Washington D.C., you'll see even better what I'm looking at. Now you get what I'm seeing. You see how the line just goes straight through to PA? That's what I'm seeing. See, most people ain't looking at that part. You see how that North Carolina, where Fort Bragg is, connects all the way to Philadelphia? Just by me changing it? I would like to see, it's not enough information out there to really know what is going on with Fort Bragg. Trust me when I tell you, I've tried to look up MK Ultra Fort Bragg, I've tried to look up soldiers in Fort Bragg, about psyche of soldiers in Fort Bragg. I've tried to look up it all. They have these documents tight and sealed, but there's something going on with Fort Bragg. For that straight line to be there like that, and like I said, if I was to draw another line to say Louisiana, right? So keep this line imagined, right? Let's say North Carolina, so Louisiana. No, New Orleans, excuse me. It's another straight line right down the other side. It's making like its own little grid, damn near. Like I said, it's a whole grid just going straight up through the coast. Now what's scarier is if I say I want to keep it on New Orleans, right? Watch this. Watch this, because the other one was where in Nevada, right? Las Vegas, Nevada, the Trump Towers. Now look at that. This is why I said it covered the whole thing. So it went from one and then covered all the way up here. That's why I said they're making the grid. That is the biggest reason why I said, yo, they are making the grid. They ran into the fucking grid with those planes. But furthermore, like I said, we already established the soldier that was on the dummy mission in New Orleans, the soldier that was on a dummy mission with the Trump situation, and now it seems to be another soldier they haven't named yet, looks like, that was on a dummy mission with the helicopter. I, for one, am tired of the government lying, but I have a video here about the original caption of it was that they were going to unveil the truth about the drones in New Jersey, but now it switched to Caroline Leavitt holds her first official White House briefing. As you can tell, I'm losing my voice now.
This is John Smith. Yes, I told him that he needed to be asleep before and after all the slides. No, yeah, he should be like that, and again, I'll just double check with him when he comes in to make sure that.
A lot of familiar faces in the room, a lot of new faces, and President Trump is back, and the golden age of America has most definitely begun. The Senate has already confirmed 5 of President Trump's exceptional cabinet nominees: Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, and Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent. It is imperative that the Senate continues to confirm the remainder of the president's well-qualified nominees as quickly as possible. As you have seen during the past week, President Trump is hard at work fulfilling the promises that he made to the American people on the campaign trail. Since taking the oath of office, President Trump has taken more than 300 executive actions, secured nearly $1 trillion in U.S. investments, deported illegal alien rapists, gang members, and suspected terrorists from our homeland, and restored common sense to the federal government. I want to take a moment to go through some of these extraordinary actions. On day 1, President Trump declared a national emergency at our southern border to end the 4-year-long invasion of illegal aliens under the previous administration. Additionally, President Trump signed
bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
An executive order to end catch and release and finish construction of his effective border wall. By using every lever of his federal power, President Trump has sent a loud and clear message to the entire world. America will no longer tolerate illegal immigration, and this president expects that every nation on this planet will cooperate with the repatriation of their citizens. As proven by this weekend, when President Trump swiftly directed his team to issue harsh and effective sanctions and tariffs on the Colombian government, upon hearing they were denied a U.S. military aircraft full of their own citizens who were deported by this administration. Within hours, the Colombian government agreed to all of President Trump's demands, proving America is once again respected on the world stage. So, to foreign nationals who are thinking about trying to illegally enter the United States, think again. Under this president, you will be detained and you will be deported. Every day, Americans are safer because of the violent criminals that President Trump's administration is removing from our communities. On January 23rd, ICE New York arrested a Turkish national for entry without inspection who is a known or suspected terrorist. On January 23rd, ICE San Francisco arrested a citizen of Mexico unlawfully present in the United States who has been convicted of continuous sexual abuse of a child aged 14 years or younger. ICE St. Paul has arrested a citizen of Honduras who was convicted of fourth-degree criminal sexual conduct with a minor. ICE Buffalo arrested a citizen of Ecuador who has been convicted of rape. ICE Boston arrested a citizen of the Dominican Republic who has a criminal conviction for second-degree murder. This criminal was convicted of murder for beating his pregnant wife to death in front of her 5-year-old son. And ICE St. Paul also arrested a citizen of Mexico who was convicted of possessing pornographic material of a minor on a work computer. These are the heinous individuals that this administration is removing from American communities every single day, and to the brave state and local law enforcement officers, CBP, and ICE agents who are helping in the facilitation of this deportation operation, President Trump has your back, and he is grateful for your hard work. On the economic front, President Trump took immediate action to lower costs for families who are suffering from 4 long years of the Biden administration's destructive and inflationary policies. President Trump ordered the heads of all executive departments and agencies to help deliver emergency price relief to the American people, untangle our economy from Biden's regulatory constraints, and end the reckless war on American energy. President Trump also signed sweeping executive orders to end the weaponization of government and restore common sense to the federal bureaucracy. He directed all federal agencies to terminate illegal diversity, equity, and inclusion programs to help return America to a merit-based society.
No. I ain't let you say it. The nerve of you using the word common sense. The nerve of you using the word common sense there. At all. In regards to anything that concerns Donald Trump. I wasn't going to let her get that off there.
President Trump also signed an executive order declaring it is now the policy of the federal government that there are only 2 sexes, male and female. Sanity has been restored. Before I take your questions, I would like to point out to all of you once again have access to the most transparent and accessible president in American history. There has never been a president who communicates with the American people and the American press corps as openly and authentically as the 45th and now 47th president of the United States. This past week, President Trump has held multiple news conferences, gaggled on Air Force One multiple times, and sat down for a 2-part interview on Fox News, which aired last week. As Politico summed...
You know what I don't like, though? How they beat this whole immigration and ICE thing into the ground. And they keep showing nothing but Hispanic and black people on the TV. We are literally the criminals right now. The minority is literally the majority of criminals right now on TV. Every time I turn around, I see a brown face that they are saying did something wrong. It is imperative that they are showing us that we do not need to be here anymore.
At best, Trump is everywhere again. And that's because President Trump has a great story to tell about the legendary American revival that is well underway. And in keeping with this revolutionary media approach that President Trump deployed during the campaign, the Trump White House will speak to all media outlets and personalities, not just the legacy media who are seated in this room. Because according to recent polling from Gallup, Americans' trust in mass media has fallen to a record low. Millions of Americans, especially young people, have turned from traditional television outlets and newspapers to consume their news from podcasts, blogs, social media, and other independent outlets. It's essential to our team that we share President Trump's message everywhere and adapt this White House to the new media landscape in 2025.
I had a skipper.
To do this, I'm excited to announce the following changes will be made to this historic James S. Brady briefing room, where Mr. Brady's legacy will endure. This White House believes strongly in the First Amendment, so it's why our team will work diligently to restore the press passes of the 440
I was going to say, are you going to get to the point, though? I got you.
journalists whose passes were wrongly revoked by the previous administration. We're also opening up this briefing room to new media voices who produce news-related content and whose outlet is not already represented by one of the seats in this room. We welcome independent journalists, podcasters, social media influencers, and content creators to apply for credentials to cover this White House. And you can apply now on our new website, whitehouse.gov/newmedia. Starting today, this seat in the front of the room, which is usually occupied by the press secretary's staff, will be called the new media seat. My team will review the applications and give credentials to new media applicants who meet our criteria and pass United States Secret Service requirements to enter the White House complex. So in light of these announcements, our first questions for today's briefing will go to these new media members whose outlets, despite being some of the most viewed news websites in the country, have not been given seats in this room. And before I turn to questions, I do have news directly from the President of the United States that was just shared with me in the Oval Office. From President Trump directly, an update on the New Jersey drones. After research and study, the drones that were flying over New Jersey in large numbers were authorized to be flown by the FAA for research and various other reasons. Many of these drones were also hobbyists, recreational, and private individuals that enjoy flying drones. In time, it got worse due to curiosity. This was not the enemy. A statement from the President of the United States to start this briefing with some news. And with that, I will...
So, in other words, what you're trying to say is they were registered by the government, but you didn't want to say they were by the government. Got it. Because you took it upon yourself to let us know that they were registered, that they were certified, but you didn't want to say who they were certified by. Well, some of them are used for recreation and just research. Research of what? On who? What are the drones researching? What are these drones researching? It's shit like this that I don't like. Now you're trying to run game on everybody about the drones, saying, oh, they're just up there for research. No, they're not. No, they're not. They fall from just being research. They did the job already. So that was the main thing I needed y'all to hear. That lie about the drones. Because that coincides with what I was just talking about with the grid in Fort Bragg. they're not letting anyone through that grid. You talking about testing? That was testing. Making sure a whole plane could crash before it even touches that frequency like that, or tries to penetrate it. Living in different times right now. Living in some interesting, different times right now. Okay, so I don't want to necessarily keep harping on sadness right now, right? I don't want to keep harping on sadness right now. We'll get back into Fort Bragg in a second. Since we are talking about trying to leave the country, I want to encourage you guys to take a look at, when you get a chance, not now, but when you get a chance, take a look at Thailand, right? I know some of you are like, Thailand? What, Matt? I'm going to show y'all what you can do with money in Thailand, okay? Mind you, I know some of y'all looking at that crib like, ooh, shit, he got some bread right there. Wait till you hear how much that crib is. Okay? Let's get past a little intro here for a second. Let's get past a little intro. Them eating and all that other shit. Let him do let me see. Let him do a tour real quick. Yeah. Okay, so.
Cool, you know what I'm saying? So, nice size balcony, you know. And then, look what we got over here, babe. Clean in the bathroom, and I got everything. I got everything clean too. I got everything clean too before I came in here. I'm gonna tell y'all the price of the cleaning. I'm gonna tell y'all how much I pay every month for all this. But y'all can see real clean up in here though. Got this place nice spick and span. Gotta come get that washer replaced. We already got that, and that's already in the process right now. But
it is kind of strange having the toilet, jacuzzi, and washer in the same corner. That is kind of weird, but still, I guess.
Second floor. They have light too? All right. Turn the light. Okay. Okay. Cool. Yes, bruh. So. One bedroom right here. The view, huh?
Yeah.
Nice little window.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, the bed looks hard as hell, but at least the place does come furnished. That's the part that he's not necessarily talking about just yet, but the place comes furnished.
For the bedroom, you know, another TV. Got two TVs, huh?
Yeah.
And then, bro, I told you, this space, bro, it's very spacious. So we got two. That was one bedroom. That's another bedroom. We're gonna go in the second one in a minute. But this is like a little, I think I consider this right here like a little office space. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna work right here, but y'all can see, like, I got a lot of space to work with here. Like, if y'all know, if y'all saw the tour at the old condo units, you guys know, like, I didn't really have too much space to work with when it came to, like, you know, really anything. But here's hella space up. I can really make this whole thing into like a works.
Like, what do you guys think as far as like how even this looks? Like, it's a 2-story penthouse that he's paying for, right?
2 stories.
Like, look at this. They got look at the entertainment center. Look at the couch. Like, a lot of this stuff came with the place. That's what I'm saying. The refrigerator, the cabinets, the table. A lot of this stuff came with the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, if you guys are wondering how much this condo is here in Pattaya, Thailand, man. So, 2-bedroom, 2 stories, and a little office space, big TV. All you guys see what they have to offer here. This condo is costing me about $500 USD every month, bro. So that's about 18,000 baht. You know what I'm saying, for the month. That's the exact same price that I got.
He's not joking with you. He's paying $500 a month. Electricity's probably $20 or $30 over there. Look at that. That's like a beach house that you would see, a beach house condo that you would see in Miami. This is something that you advertise in Miami or something like that. And this is out here in Thailand.
I got my other condo for 18,000 baht, but literally that condo, I feel like Unix is like this, like one floor, like this bottom floor, like this first floor. I feel like that's where Unix is, you know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of stuff, bro. So we got a lot of space, you know what I'm saying? Got a lot of space we're working with. So sleep there? You gonna sleep there?
So dudes, I know it's a lot of y'all saying like, damn, brothers just going over there, just changing their lives, huh? Nah, it ain't that easy. Because on the flip side of that coin, majority of those women are over there playing the hell out of foreigners. Majority of them still got their husbands while they playing the fuck out of foreigners. They just want the money. They don't care for the honey, they just want the money. They don't care at all. A lot of them are living the nightlife. Because the nightlife is so rampant and abundant out there that you can pretty much just run into anybody and just have a good time. But definitely something to consider, right? Something to think about. I don't want to forget, because I did forget last time. I did not want to forget. Okay. Speaking of that, what's the name of it? Beekeeper. Okay, let me see. Icon Ronnie wants to look at the beekeeper. Oop. Okay, mouse back. Now, we talking about the first Beekeeper trailer, or? I'm gonna guess we're talking about the first Beekeeper trailer. Let's see.
Everyone, need your attention, please. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
You're a blessing, Mr. Clay. This place was crabgrass and weeds, and you brought it back to life.
Let me see the white version of Candyman. That's the vibes I'm getting here.
Parker and I were friends. She was like family. She was the only person who ever took care of me.
I just got a message saying that there's a problem with my computer.
Yes, ma'am. We got this.
Yesterday, she shot herself.
This is private property.
Do you know what they do here? Scamming the weakest in our society.
Buddy, I'm counting to 3.
1, 2, 3. There, I did it for you. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Will you stomp his ass out?
You're telling me one man did this. The only thing you know is he's a beekeeper.
A beekeeper? Well, that's not good.
Beekeepers is a special program outside the chain of command.
I protect the hive. When the system is out of balance, I correct it.
We have laws for these things.
Until they fail, then you have me.
My fingers, he cut them off. Oh, what the fuck, bro?
Don't move. This is much bigger than a little phishing scam.
The money's going all over the world. To people in finance, even government.
You are a problem. Goddamn right, I'm a problem.
No way he's coming there straight through the back entrance.
I figured I'd give the firefighters a break.
Somebody detain this guy. Ah!
We have to kill him before he kills his way to the top.
Honey?
It's flammable as fuck. Oh no.
Alright, that was alright. It came out about a year ago though. So I think it's January 12th. Okay, so it already came out, I guess. I don't know. That was what you had wanted us to see, Icon Body. I figured I would at least show that before we got up out of here. See, I know when they start getting into these hours, everybody start getting quiet in the chat. And before Fury B got quiet because the Zai got too loud on him. Icon Bonnie think I didn't hear her. And I get tired sometimes, so. Alright. We have had some fun. Yeah, see? You done woke up. You woke up and said that. You woke up and said that. Nah, 'cause sometimes that's the thing. That's how I know that we get into them hours. Everybody start getting quiet in the chat, and I'm like, alright, I can tell. It's about that time for y'all. It's some of y'all bedtime. It is definitely some of y'all bedtime right now. But we had our fun. I'm trying to think now. So we still got the watch party tomorrow. I'll figure out what time we're gonna do it. But we do have the corner watch party tomorrow. We still got that for you, Fury Baby. We still got that going on. I'm guessing we'll do that later on in the evening time. Yeah, we'll do that later on in the evening time. Not late, of course, but we're gonna start early. I want to say about maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. Somewhere around there, about 5 or 6 o'clock. We'll do it because, of course, the corner is they're like hour-long episodes, I believe. So we'll do it about that time. So, all right. Shout out to Fury B, the homie. Once again, shout out to Queen Dream Bad Guy. Thank you once again for joining and tuning in. I apologize being a little bit tired, I guess, if you will. This is episode what? This is the 4th straight episode this week that we did about 3-4 hours. So I'm a little drained for the week. I'm a little drained for the week. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to Icon Bonnie, of course. Lulu. Big Money. New Eyes. New Eyes, I'm gonna just start shouting you out. I guarantee you be up in here, you just don't be saying nothing. Who else is up in here? Mike Star, straight from DC. Only One Zane. Abra Muna. Oh, shoot. I didn't even know Abra Muna got up in here. Oh, I apologize. Very fierce. What had happened was Madman 90. Madman, you left right after we stopped talking about Kendrick. It's crazy. Prince Cherie. Jay Porter. Making sure I get everybody that's up in here. Straight from DC, Glenn Sutton, DJ Big Gang. Alright. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attempt. And I will see y'all back again tomorrow for the watch party. I'm about to say, where's my joint at? Had to find my joint. I like a hug, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's life shit. Yeah. It's life shit. It's like
it is.
Fuck out. For real. See. To live.
Till next time, y'all. I love y'all.
To suffer.
Peace.
To survive. Well, that's to find meaning in the suffering. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I got to get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. I've been through mad different phases, like mazes, to find my way. And now I know that happy days are not far away. If I'm strong enough, I'll live long enough to see my kids doing something more constructive with their time than biz. I know because I've been there. Now I'm in there. Sit back and look at what it took for me to get there. First came the bullshit, the drama with my mama. She got on some fly shit, so I split and said that I'ma be that seed that doesn't need much to succeed. Strapped with mad greed, a heart that doesn't bleed. I'm ready for the world, or at least I thought I was. Bagging niggas when I caught a buzz. I was thinking about how short I was. Going too fast and wouldn't last, so I couldn't tell. Loopholes in institutions, prepare my ass for jail. They put me in a situation forcing me to be a man when I was just learning to stand without a helping hand. Damn, was it my fault? Something I did to make a father leave his first kid at 7 doing my first bid. Back on the scene at 14 with a scheme to get more green than I'd ever seen in the dream. And by all means, I will be living high off the hog. And I never gave a fuck about much but my dog. That's the only motherfucker I'd head off in my last. Just another little nigga headed nowhere fast. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. Can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. Can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. Gotta get up. Get back on my feet so I can tear shit up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping, I'm falling. I can't get up.
what it is you really do.
Abortion?